Hi again, everybody, and welcome into the Ron Newman Cup playoffs here at Cable Dahmer Arena. Alongside my broadcast partner, Eric Bergerud, I'm Nick Vassos. Two celestial events happening in Kansas City today. First, the Eclipse, and now it is Kansas City and UCFC in game number one of this semifinal series. Eric, we have already seen a lot in the playoffs, including a 4-seed knocking off a 1-seed last night. So anything can happen here in the playoffs.
Not only can anything happen, but since Monterey got knocked out, that ratchets this game up even more and this series up even more because the winner is going to get home field advantage in the next round.
Speaking of ratcheting it up and intensity, these two teams, the last time they met, well, things weren't pretty always in the game.
Well, things were said, feelings were hurt, suspensions were levied, and the two players we want to talk about today were directly impacted. For UCFC, defender number 78, Nelson Santana, he has 3 championship rings to his credit, and he was tough against Kansas City's target forward, Rion Marquez, who also had some things to say during that game, and I expect a great matchup between the two of them today.
It's Utica City and Kansas City. Game number one here from Cable Dahmer Arena as we get rolling in the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. We'll have the kickoff coming up next.
Whether it's your first home or you're buying back your childhood home, Community America is there with everything you need to get the home you want. Member-owned, open to all, Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
We know a place where you can drop your bags and relax your mind. It's a place where you can unwind and unplug while staying connected, where having a lot on your plate is a good thing. And 5:30 Kickback is all about kicking back. Yeah, we know a place, and we know you'll love it too. Drury Hotels. Travel happy.
The Signature at West Pryor, Lee Summit's newest apartment community, is now open and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living. From the fully equipped fitness center to the poolside cabanas and sun deck, The Signature is your home to live, work, and play like the pros.
The Major Arena Soccer League is proud to welcome you to MASL Soccer on Twitch. Big crowd tonight, not only at Cable Dahmer Arena, but on Twitch. 7,613 viewers and counting. Nick Vassos. What you got for us, Nick?
Alongside Eric Bergerud, I'm Nick Vassos. Welcome into the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. This is game one of the Eastern Conference semifinal against the Kansas City Comets and Utica FC. Utica finishing the regular season with a 16-7-1 record. They earned the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference. Kansas City finished 14-6-4, having won 6 straight to close out the regular season. They earned the 3rd seed. This will be the 4th overall meeting between these two teams during the regular season. Utica FC won the series 2-1. And in that last series, things got a little bit rough. As you heard from the pregame series, Rion Marquez and Nelson Santana, who has already been ceremoniously booed tonight. We should have some fun. Whenever he touches the ball, the Comets faithful is going to let him have it.
Oh, I think they will too. And speaking of faithful, I'd be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to everybody watching at Bag Square Brewing Company in Utica. I know that Tim Goldman isn't here tonight. He's there watching. Show of hands there. Who ordered the cheese spetzel? Just let me know. Keep your hands up. Tim, count for me. Thanks.
Well, there's the Comets. They have waited a week just like Utica, to get this thing going. And there are only 4 teams left to decide the semifinals. Kansas City here with Utica in game 1, and then a week from tonight, they will play game 2 and 3 if necessary up at Adirondack Bank Center. So here we go, Kansas City and Utica on the blue turf. The King, Frank Tayu, breaks the huddle, and here comes Utica. There's Dylan Hundelt, one of the legacy players that we have here tonight, the other Baron Holloman. Both their fathers, uncles played in the game prior to them. Our officials tonight, meeting with the players, our crew chief is Shane Butler. The referee in his first playoff game is Elvis Osmanovich. The assistant referee, Drew Clint. Fourth official, Joe Mocht. Penalty box official is Kyle Armstrong, and our goal judges tonight are Nathan Calling and Brendan Sweetman.
So a couple things, goal judges. Yes, goal judges back in the playoffs, so everybody asked, okay, you have them, but a couple things about our center referee. Shane Butler called a game and a half almost yesterday in Monterey. Got some sleep on the way up to, but he had a busy day calling the game 2 plus the knockout game. And then what you mentioned about Elvis, he has a lot of outdoor experience, called the USL Championship game this past year, and so it's a good crew that was assigned to this game in Kansas City. We're looking forward to it.
There's Nicolau Neto, regular season record 14-3-4. He is in the conversation for goalkeeper of the year. His playoff record 6-4-2 and a 4.9 goals against average, so he's been pretty good in the playoffs as well. This year he has been named goalkeeper of the week 5 times. And there's Zach Reggett. He shares the Golden Boot Award with Marco Fabian. Really no surprise for Zach. He is one of the best players in the league. And if you ask Zach, he would rather have the award by himself. But, quickly down the road, and Zach trying to flick it on against Coughlin.
Notice he's wearing a captain's armband too, so he and Nacho, the captains tonight for Kansas City.
Comets with high pressure. They play it up to the King, and Vandergriff steps in and cuts it away. Utica City maintains possession. Here is Andreos. He cuts it away, slides it out to the left to Leo Acosta. Now into Palmer, and Palmer had to take it away by Tayu. Now Acosta gets it back. He shoots just wide.
Nelson Santana on defense there, huh?
Andreos off the boards, and it's kicked out of bounds. It'll be a restart to Kansas City at the top of the arc.
Good job by Tayu tracking back on the first play, but then Acosta wins it back. Blocked. Ultimately led to a top of the arc restart.
Reggett, Nacho, and Acosta. Nacho over to Acosta, hits it first time, good block, out of bounds. That one came off the foot of Juan Alava, the Prince. Not only do they have a king, but they've got a prince as well. Berto from distance, and Coughlin secures that one cleanly and is distributing out to Tayu. The King had it poked out of bounds. Did it go off of Kansas City? Referees say yes, it'll stay with UCFC.
Want to see a game live? Visit Sports Illustrated Tickets for the best tickets to see the MASL action in your favorite arenas, now with no fees at checkout.
Utica with the ball down to the corner to Taylor Walter Bond. Bond trying to split the defense, and then a quick shot. That went off the foot of Logan Roberts in his 7th season, and Neto quickly secures that one for Kansas City. Here comes pressure from UCFC. Neto boots it up to Ramon Palmer and had it taken away by Mo Ndiaye. He played it into Walter Bond at the top of the arc, and a ball pinballing around to the corner is headed away by the Comets. Lucas Souza picks it up for KC. Souza across the half line. He's by one player. He gets by another out to the right. He shoots. That one punched away by Coughlin. It'll stay with Kansas City.
You mentioned the pressure on Neto. UCFC was really successful pressuring him in that game up at Utica earlier in that season. They want to make him make a decision.
A good pace to get this game going here. 13-12 left in this opening quarter. And Marquez gets by Ndiaye, looking far post, and it rolls through to the other side. DeBray Holloman is there. Now Nacho strikes one with venom, and that one blocked out of bounds by Bond.
Still waiting to see Kelvin Oliveira, star of the TST tournament last summer, and the superlatives we heard from Tommy Tanner were legit.
Really kind of took me back. Like, when we see him, we'll tell you what General Manager Tommy Tanner said about this player. Keep in mind, Tommy Tanner played with Zoran Karic and Hector Marinero. Oh, there's KC fans want a blue card. Driven up against the boards. Here's another look at it, Eric. Oh, Nacho. Bumped from behind. Just a foul.
Hey, let him play. Isn't that what I say?
There's Taylor Walter Bond. He's one of a few players on this team that has a lot of playoff experience. He's got 25 games. This is his 26th playoff game as an indoor professional. Nacho. Nope. It'll be Reggett. He rolls a low screamer in there. Coughlin bends at the waist. Coughlin, really good keeper. His record this year, 12-3-1. His goals against, 5.3. More pressure from Kansas City. Coughlin bangs it off the glass. Reggett chests it back in there. It stays in play. Now Garza is there. He gets knocked down. Coughlin is out with it, and he distributes that to Hundelt. Hundelt across the line, stride for stride with Marquez. He plays it along the boards, gets it to Kelvin Oliveira, and then Oliveira to the top of the arc. Ball still loose. Whistle and a foul is called against Kansas City.
First look at Oliveira was a pretty good look, huh, Nick?
Sure was. He automatically created a scoring opportunity. He's in the right wing corner right now. And what was it that Tommy Tanner said about him?
Most talented player he's seen.
Also said it's the most talented player that you will ever see. NDI behind the ball. He's got Oliveira, Kelvin Oliveira to his right. Let's see if he goes to him. NDI shoots it through the wall. Oliveira with a second chance. Not a lot of pace on that one. Easy save for Neto.
So he's only had a couple practices with UCFC. It's going to take him some time to build chemistry there, but the talent is for real, and we saw it on display last summer in that TSC tournament. Teammates with Berto on the winning team there, Newtown Pride.
Here's Oliveira. Now Gerson's out on the field for the first time. Berto puts a head on it. Reggett able to play it forward to Acosta. Here's Acosta off the boards and pinballs around, and Coughlin has got his gloves on it. 11.5 to play in the first. No score between Kansas City and Utica City. Here live at Cable Dama Arena on the blue turf. Utica City building it up. Milton De Andrade. His pass off the mark. Vandergriff heads it out to Ramon Palmer and then back to Chad. Chad, 61 blocks on the season. He joined the 300 club along with Berto earlier this year. And we've got a foul called on UCFC. Alava, the guilty party.
You mentioned Andrew Coughlin before. He wants to get the ball out. Their transition game is superb, and it starts with Coughlin, immediate distribution. So we'll be watching that, trying to catch the Comets sleeping a little bit. One of the strengths of this UCFC offense.
Here's the restart to Marquez down in the corner, try to sweep it in with his left leg. Couldn't put it on target. Coughlin's got it. He looks at his options and lays it off just to the left of him. Forward it goes to De Andrade. Now Alava, but it was poked away by Nacho. It rolls down to the Comets' last third, and Neto will boot it back across the other way and kicks it 3 lines. Yeah.
They pressed him. They want him to make a decision. He tried to take something off of it, but he didn't. And so this is going to be a great opportunity here for UCFC.
So that yellow line there, 50 feet away from the goal, front and center. Mo NDI will trigger the restart for Utica.
Late sub for Kansas City.
And the Comets able to keep that one out. NDI sends it back into the mixer. Gerson is there. Now a rebound shot. Save! Oh, boy. First action in front, and Neto closes the door quickly on UCFC.
Good ball in.
Now back the other way. Here's Nacho with Kelvin Oliveira. He reached around and poked it away to De Andrade. De Andrade trying to get it up to Santana, but Berto is there. He gets tripped up and a foul called on UCFC. De Andrade does not agree.
They can't believe it, and they would created a problem for Berto. He could not pass it back to Neto, and so he was sort of stuck there, and the foul bailed him out.
Berto plays it forward to Reggett. Reggett away from the goal, back to Berto, coming up on 10 minutes to play in the first. Here's Berto, forward to Reggett, marked by Santana, out to Palmer, shot! Score! Kansas City is on the board first! Ramon Palmer! His 8th playoff goal gives the Comets an early 1-0 lead.
So we'll watch on the replay. In good turn there from Reggett. And afterwards, Santana and Coughlin were having a little conversation with each other, but Palmer just peeled off and nothing that Coughlin could do. Ronaldinho a couple steps away, and Kansas City made him pay. It's 1-0 Comets. Is this what you expected, Nick Vassos?
It certainly is. We expect this to be a very good game between two really good teams. Again, tonight, Utica FC is without their head coach, Everton, but as Eric pointed out in our conversation with MASL on Monday, that no doubt Everton is going to be doing some coaching over the phone or over
He's
Wi-Fi.
already promised that. If you read Michael Lewis's feature article on him, yeah, they've created FaceTime. He has Wi-Fi.
So there you go.
There it is. Hey, Everton. Hope you had safe travels. Wish you were here.
9:15 to play in the first. UCFC with the ball. Steven Fernandez now front and center. It comes to Alava. Right side, Keaton Woods. Double teamed. And Arreo's trying to stick a boot in there. On back to Dylan Hundell. Then over to Alava. Foul called on Sousa. Gets Gerson. Good block there by Sousa. Deflects all the way back to Coughlin.
Good turn.
Itzhak Samo.
He's been terrific this season.
He's open. He shoots. And that one high. Goalkeeper distribution coming up. 8.5 to play in the first quarter here in game one.
The MASL Combine is headed to sunny San Diego, California. If you think you have what it takes to be the next star of the MASL, head over to MASLsoccer.com to sign up to receive more information. And speaking of San Diego, they're going to be the second half of our Twitch doubleheader tonight, Nick, as they, down one game, look to hold serve at home at Pachanga against the Texas Outlaws.
Game coming up 9:30. That's a little bit past my bedtime, so I'll have to catch the recap tomorrow morning.
Okay, big for us though. We're not only on one, we're not only on two, but we're broadcasting on three. We have Twitch, we have 38 The Spot in Kansas City, and we're simulcasting on ESPN Kansas City Radio as well. So, hey to all our listeners and viewers.
Got you covered.
Little left tap there, foul.
That one knocked out of bounds by UCFC. And Nicolau Neto is going to have it for Kansas City. Game 2 of the series is coming up a week from tonight. That'll be up at Adirondack Bank Center in Utica City. And a couple of players for Utica will not be available in Game 2. Frank Tayu and Milton De Andrade. So two of their very best players will be competing in U.S. national team duty for the futsal team.
Good tackle by Vandergriff.
Boy, Vandergriff, good defensive play there. And then it was kicked out of bounds. That one off of De Andrade. So Kansas City will have it. We have our first timeout. First timeout here in the first quarter. It is an official timeout, so let's take a break. 7:36 to go in the first. Kansas City leads it 1-0 in game one of this Eastern Conference semifinal series against Utica. And we'll be right back on 38 The Spot and Twitch.
Day one, Kansas City took me in. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know what we could become. Still, they took a chance, and so did Community America. They invested in me and the entire community. Invest in what you believe in with who you believe in. Because it's not just where you put your money, it's where your money puts you. Member owned, open to all, Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
Purchasing your vehicle has never been so easy. We can pick up your vehicle from anywhere with Cable Dahmer Connect.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. Schedule your Cable Dahmer Connect appointment online at cabledahmer.com.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
Welcome back to Cable Dahmer Arena. Comets lead 1-0. This is the point where we launch our Instagram poll, and the question is, who should be the Comets' first 24-25 opponent? Is it Milwaukee, St. Louis Ambush, San Diego Sockers, or UCFC? Vote on Instagram stories, KC Comets, and let us know what you think. And since I know there are a lot of UCFC fans watching, and based on what I've seen in the chat, I've seen a ton of wave emotes. It's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out from out-of-town voters. But we'll see what the Kansas City fans want too. Whether they want to wave the Ambush, the Sockers, or UCFC as their first opponent next season.
If I could wait to see how things play out, I would have a more definitive answer between two teams. Nacho! Top shelf where Grandma keeps the cookies, and the team captain extends Kansas City's lead to 2.
Well, for those of you who missed MASL Monday, co-host Alex Bastravansky and Philomonko asked Nick, who should fans watch for in the night's game? And he talked about 8 players and then landed on Nacho, and Nacho was the guy. Nacho scores off the set piece. 2-0 early lead for Kansas City.
Nacho, his 8th career playoff goal, his first of this playoff series. He gives his mates a 2-0 lead, 7:25 left to play in this opening quarter. Nacho sharing captain's duties with Zach Reggett, who is here. And
so just to clarify on the poll is not in the Twitch chat. The poll is on Instagram for everybody who wants to vote. Go to KC Comets on Instagram, click on stories. I see you in the chat, Solar Beam King. That's what I'm responding to. We do pay attention. I even brought my cord just because I didn't know who'd be in the chat today.
You are set up, I'm telling you. You are set up. Mikey Lennis is battling through waves of Utica players.
Rough touch there for Marquez.
It deflects back to Berto and then return to Rion. Marquez trying to turn NDI. He gets a leg, it's about a half leg past NDI. Now he darts inside, centers it into the middle, and that one cleared away by UCFC. Held in by Berto. Berto plays it off the boards back to Lennis. The Comets will set up their offense here with 6 minutes and 38 seconds left to play in the opening quarter. Berto leading the league in blocks this year. Berto with 86 blocks, 2 in front of Uzi Tayu, Frank Tayu's brother.
It's going to be a Tayu doubleheader because Uzi and the Texas Outlaws play in the second game. For those of you watching on Twitch, that should be a battle. Texas looks good, but they're going to lose 4 players after this game to the U.S. futsal team too.
Picking it up is Steven Fernandez. Fernandez goes out wide to NDI and then played forward into the corner. Gerson, correction, that was Taylor Walter Bond who hit the deck, nobody there, and then trying to chip Coughlin, racing back. He's got it for Utica. Quick outlet to Fernandez, changes for the Comets. Christian Andorreos out there as a defensive runner, the Tasmanian Devil. Out there hounding players. Now Garza also. And Garza makes contact with Fernandez.
Christian Andorreos had a massive game against UCFC here this past time. UCFC fans were a little unhappy in terms of a call near the boards, that they wanted a stricter call against Andorreos here last time. So it'll be interesting to see when Kansas City goes up to Utica next week, which players get booed by the UCFC fans. Because clearly on Santana, they were ready for him. We even saw a sign here related to Nelson Santana's hairstyle. So good rivalry brewing between these two teams. It's not just Kansas City, Milwaukee.
Leo Acosta waiting for some teammates to gather up, runs right into a defender. And that's Somo. Itzhak Somo. He runs onto the ball now. Full head of speed across the half line. Here comes Somo. Slows it down on the yellow line. Plays it into the corner. Touched by Acosta. But then Kelvin Oliveira, boy, took an impossible angle. And did you see the smoke on that ball there? That was a good shot.
Kind of a la Fabian, not afraid to shoot from all over the place, and something to watch for. You know what's great about this emote-only chat on Twitch? Normally I'm waiting for Milwaukee fans to come after me, and now I can't really tell what anybody's saying. So other than the UCFC emote, I'm not sure if any of this is good or bad.
Reggett tried to go over to Souza. Teammates finally find him. Now Vandergrift one touch over to Souza, who shoots. What a save by Coughlin. Full extension to his left. Now back the other way. Here comes Oliveira. Oliveira runs right into Berto. Berto slows him down. Oliveira goes down. Ball still loose. The Comets kick it free. And De Andrade is over there on the boards to try to pick it up for UCFC. Now he fires it. Berto makes another block. What a play by Berto.
Just a reminder, they were teammates last summer, Berto and Oliveira, for Newtown Pride and TS2, so they do have some familiarity with each other.
That one kicked out of bounds. That one off the foot of Hundelt, and it'll go back to Kansas City. Boy,
the professor has chimed in from Vancouver, British Columbia, said the last time the Comets won a playoff game at home was against Zach Reggett and the Florida Tropics.
That.
April 16, 2022. That was game one of that series, and it went downhill from there if you were a Comets fan, because Florida won 2 and then the knockout game.
I remember that. We were at Lou's watching that
We
game.
were. There's the booze. Brian Meat with Lou's.
You'll love to see it. Fans in Kansas City, they know what's going on. Marquez challenging Coughlin. Santana plays it forward. Ray Lee floats one back to Coughlin. Coughlin to Santana.
I think Coughlin's just going to start rolling it to him just to spark the crowd. That's funny.
High pressure from Kansas City, and a foul called
I think it's
against
just kicked out, it looked like, off of Andreas.
Okay.
Oh, De Andrade does not want to get into a Shane Butler. You do not need a yellow card. I'm going to give a shout out to everybody watching on Twitch. There are so many things you could be doing tonight. It's Final Four night. Massive number of people watching. Thank you for being here wherever you are around the world, and I know it is all around the world. And now it's going to start getting chippy again.
We're starting to hear more whistles. As 2:29 is left on the first quarter clock, things are ratcheting up here at Cable Dahmer Arena.
And we know that Shane Butler knows how to rein games in, and so I think it's no surprise that he was selected to this game just based on how things shaped out last time these teams played at Cable Dahmer Arena.
I got a follow-up question for you in regard to that, but first, here is De Andrade in the corner, moving one way, then back to the other, off the glass, and the Comets read it perfectly. Now Reggett, and now we've got a whistle away from them. Yeah, behind the play, and that's going to go against Utica.
What was your follow-up question?
It's about Shane Butler and about his style of refereeing. You said something really unique to me about how you think he handles the game.
I think he refs to the game, and so I've seen games where it's physical and he will pull out blue card after blue card to try to do it. I've also seen games where he'll let them play, and it's something you hear a lot from Ryan Sigich on MASL Under Review is, do you want the referees to determine the game, or do you want the players? And I think that the players have to demonstrate that they deserve to let it go, and if they're going to get into chippiness, etc., then he's not afraid to slow it down.
Saw the foul there on Andreas, on Denise. Down to the corner, Keaton Woods. Second-year player, runs into a couple of red jerseys. Pokes around. Now Walter Bond shoots. Neto got a piece of that one, and then picked up by Andreas. Andreas circles back around. Sends it back to Nacho. Nacho on up to Garza. Garza kicks it into open space, but it's taken away there by Utica City.
Good ball.
Fernandez forward to NDI, who shoots, and Neto down on the ground to make the save that time. Comets kick it long. Leo Acosta trying to catch up with it. He cannot. Kelvin Oliveira is there. Oliveira forward into the corner to Gerson. It winds around the boards. Neto read that one beautifully to get there before Gordy. And Alberto plays it up to Ray Lee. Lee over to Garza. Now the Comets have something going. 2v1. Here's Marquez. Marquez to his right. Slides it across. Shot! Goal! Counter-attack Kansas City! And it is 3-0 on a goal by Leo Acosta.
So what happens when you high press and you get beat? This is what happens, Nick Vassos. You get scored on. And so it's a risk. Risk reward, and Kansas City made them pay.
Acosta
Coughlin,
hit. Go ahead.
I was going to say Coughlin almost got there.
Acosta, his first playoff goal for the rookie. For Rion Marquez. That is his third playoff assist, his first of the season. The kid from West Chicago has impressed the coaches this year. He has been a terrific pickup for Coach Stefan Stokic. Here comes more high pressure from UCFC. They force a bad pass, and then it's kicked out of bounds by Hundelt. It'll stay with the Comets.
This is something you're going to want to watch, though, is when Neto plays it short to his defender and they press, Kansas City just has to get it out of their zone. Good ball.
What a ball. That was from the half line, perfectly threading the needle, and it created a chance for Reggett. And here we go back the other way. Here's Denise down the right side. He shoots far post, and Neto scrambling to his right to put a tip of his glove on that one. Here's Mo Ndiaye going off the boards. Berto from the seat of his pants scissors it away, and then Hundelt takes a shot from out front, and that one blocked. Alava to Hundelt. Hundelt thought about it again. This time he rolled over the top. Now Neto's got it and secures it for the Comets. The horn sounds. That's the end of the first quarter. What a first 15 minutes for Kansas City. A flurry there at the end of the first, and the Comets defense holds up. After one, it's Kansas City 3, Utica City nothing. That's the end of the first quarter. We will take a break and bring you more action from the Eastern Comets semifinal on MASL TV in 38 The Spot.
Whether you've set personal goals or are just making your health and well-being a priority, Select Physical Therapy is here for you. Select Physical Therapy is your trusted physical therapy partner for recovering from aches and pains, gaining strength, and preventing injury. There's no better time to make Select Physical Therapy's movement experts part of your healthcare team. To learn more about the benefits of physical therapy and get on the road to recovery and wellness, schedule an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
Servicing your vehicle has never been so easy. We can pick up your vehicle from anywhere with Cable Dahmer Connect.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. Schedule your Cable Dahmer Connect appointment online at cabledahmer.com.
Thank you to all of you joining us today on Twitch. Amazing audience here this evening. Make sure you subscribe today for exclusive MASL content, including great weekly shows, which I watch all the time. We're going to talk about one of them that we were just on before this game. What an atmosphere here, the playoffs. There's just a little bit more intensity, Nick Vassos.
Yeah, fun chatting with Alex Bashavansky and Phil Levanko on MASL Monday to give fans a kind of a preview of tonight's game. We were down there on the blue carpet, and
once we got our AirPods to work.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, as the players were warming by, they were giving me bunny ears and stuff like that. So I mean, it's all in good fun, right?
It is in good fun. Yeah, that appreciate the shout out and opportunity to do that live before the game. It's not something they've done before, but playoffs give you those opportunities. Not too many Monday games in the MASL, and since the show is called MASL Monday and it's on Mondays.
I also want to thank Phil Levanko, too. He dubbed us the second best MASL broadcast
we'll
crew
take it.
in the league.
We'll take it.
Yeah, we will wear that badge proudly. You know what I mean?
We will take it. I know that there are others watching who are terrific. I just got a text from Philly. Shout out to the Empire broadcast crew. They're terrific.
Yeah.
And Art Kramer, I can't say enough about him. He knows the game. He and Tom are terrific in Milwaukee. And Art, more than a lot of people, will jump in on other games and offer his opinions.
Yep.
And I do have an Art Kramer themed story to share, which I'll get to at a pause of the action.
I was texting with the dean of MASL broadcasters, Tom Wynn, and he admittedly, I bet some of the fans were already planning some of their vacations, and all of a sudden Milwaukee pulls off this crazy upset, and now we got to scramble to change plans, get to the games.
That's right.
So
never give up on indoor soccer, but never give up on the Milwaukee Wave and Giuliano Olivero. He knows how to coach.
Both teams switch in. Sorry, Eric.
I was going to say he's been aggressive this year using the sixth attacker, and we've seen his situational awareness. It's just superb. Can't say enough about him.
Here's Keaton Woods weaving his way around Mikey Lennis. He puts on the brakes and plays it back to Santana, who receives a round of boos from the Cable Dahmer Arena crowd. Here is the king in the corner. Tayu away from the goal to Hundell. Now there's Santana.
Little birdie at Utica tweeted me and said that Marquez might be the one getting some of the boos next Monday, so we'll see.
Here comes Andorreos running full speed out of the gate. Yeah, Santana played it forward. Now pinballing around in the midfield area. De Andrade gathers it in. On back to Santana. Comets with pressure. Souza to Santana. And then popped out of bounds. And who's it going to go to?
That'll be Utica's ball. So you know that everybody's been talking about the eclipse today, Nick.
That's right.
And I don't know how many times I've heard a reference to total eclipse of the heart. I've got an interesting story to share with you to put that in perspective.
Great 80s song. I can't remember the artist who sang
Bonnie
it.
Tyler.
Wow.
She also did one of the songs that was a Wichita Wing classic, Holding Out for a Hero, which was their six attacker unit song. Can't tell you how many times I've heard that. Total Eclipse of the Heart was not an indoor soccer staple. It came out in 1983, which is 41 years ago, okay? 1983 was a great year for indoor soccer, but I looked back 41 years before 1983 to figure out what cultural references would our predecessors like Al Troutwig and Kyle Rowe Jr. use in a 1983 indoor soccer broadcast. One of the hit songs in 1942 was Glenn Miller and his orchestra, I've Got a Gal in Kalamazoo. And you might wonder, what does that have to do with anything? There used to be an indoor soccer team called the Kalamazoo Kangaroos. Comets goalkeeper Victor Petroni went there.
Oh my
and
God.
Art Kramer tells a great story about staying in a motel playing at Kalamazoo. So could you imagine people were like Glenn Miller Orchestra in 1983? Well, that's how long ago the 80s are, Nick Vassos, so deal with it.
That is pure Eric Bergerud. Love it. Ray Lee thought about it from the top down to the corner to Ramon Palmer. Coughlin trying to pounce
Foul
on the
Marquez.
rebound, but Marquez got to Coughlin before, and he is whistled for the foul. All right, back the other way. Up to Kelvin Oliveira. Here comes more high pressure from Kansas City. Mo Ndiaye's got Ramon Palmer right in front of him. On back to Coughlin with 12:16 left in this first half. Pass off the mark. Quickly up ahead to Palmer, who hits the deck. Still from the side of his side, he commits the foul.
Yeah. Dangerous play on the ground.
Encroachment warning, Kansas City.
It'll be a warning on a delay game warning. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on X, formerly Twitter.
Quickly up ahead to Kelvin Oliveira. Oliveira marked closely by Vandegrift. Vandegrift able to knock it high into the air. Battle for the ball. Nacho gets there. He played it to Andorreos, who had departed the area. Turns back over to UCFC. Now Ndiaye from long range, 50-footer. That one off target. Leo Acosta comes away with it. Leo slows it down, leaves it for Garza. Garza on back to Acosta. Now Nacho in the midfield, goes across to Garza once again. Pressure. Both these teams are pressuring one another. Forward quickly to Reggett. Reggett with his mom and dad and brother in the stands tonight. That is not uncommon. They travel frequently to watch all of Zach's games.
What's the quickest way from Kenosha, Wisconsin to drive down to Kansas City?
Oh, boy.
I'm not sure there is a quick way, but they do it.
Yeah. Now Neto. He played it to Acosta. A little bit off the mark there. UCFC gathers it up. Itzhak Samo. Comets sit back defensively now with 10:48 to play in the first half. 3-0 Kansas City on goals by Ramon Palmer, Nacho, and Leo Acosta.
I see the UCFC emotes are fired up in the chat. I know there's a lot happening in Utica tonight. There's this little USA Canadian women's hockey game in the World Championships happening at the Adirondack Bank Center. So good to see UCFC fans watching this game.
Good ball back to Leo Acosta. Shot save made by Coughlin. Boy, Zach is playing setup man tonight. The Golden Boot Award winner is really the service master right now. He has played a couple of good balls. That one right there to Acosta.
And Coughlin is terrific. Good reactions there. He talked about his transition game as well, and he may not get goalkeeper of the year, but he's respected well around the league.
Ray Lee volleys one in for Reggett. Popped up into the air. Coughlin's got it, and he leads it out to Woods. Woods turns and faces, now running over the logo. Moving to his left. He is surrounded by a trio of red jerseys, and it's knocked away, and Garza picks it up for the Comets. Now Souza will just kick it long, and the Comets will go for changes. Reggett goes off, Ray Lee goes off, and Arreos comes on as a defensive runner, and so does DeBray Holloman at defender. 9.5 to play here in the first half. Gordy Gerson. Gordy Gerson, 220 goals in 182 games.
Gerson played it fast, too, and then he wanted it back, and Shane Butler said, well, you already played it, so Comets get that giveaway.
Acosta. Boy, it seems like Acosta has been out there a long time. Marquez to Ramon Palmer. Palmer marked by the King. Now another player, Chris Gerson, is in there. Oh, and the King comes in and takes down Palmer, and a foul is called on Frank Tayu.
Can't believe it, but if you look at the replay, get past one. Hard tackle from behind. The professor wanted you to know, Nick, that on Acosta's goal, that's the 29th playoff goal scored by a Leo or a Leo in Kansas City indoor soccer history. When you add Gibson and Acosta, put them together, there you are.
I love it. Thank you, Professor. We got a chance to go up to Tacoma and take in a game up there.
And they put the Professor on the scoreboard, the actual name, the Professor, on his media pass, too. That's terrific.
Well deserved. Well deserved. Here comes the King, Tayu. Kicks it on over to Hundell. Hundell shepherds it into the corner. And then the Comets are there. No, it's knocked free, and a shot and a goal, but first a foul. Waved off. Neto is shaken up.
Mentioned last game, UCFC was here. It's always fun to see Hundell come because his father played for the Comets. Great soccer family. 2 Hundells who played here for the Comets. And then this version of the Hundells playing against them. Foul called on Hundell there.
There's Dillon. Neto plays it long. Santana's got a touch on that one. He was running with Reggett. Out to the near side. Logan Roberts. Played back to his keeper, and Coughlin kicks it out of bounds. Mistake by UCFC, and Comets are going to have it here on the restart, top of the arc.
Well, we saw last time Nacho shot it. He has options all around him. Sosa and Lennis left, Lee and Reggett right. Both of them left footers that would be kicking it across their body.
Nacho over to Lee, and that one is blocked. It stays in bounds. That one headed by Reggett towards the goal, and Coughlin's got it. Hundell back into the game. To Nelson Santana. Nacho kicks it forward to Reggett. Reggett off the glass. Hundell running with Nacho in the box. Good defense there by UCFC. And Souza heads it all the way back to Neto. Neto, a two-handed distribution this time to Souza. Across the field, changing the attack to Nacho. Now Ray Lee! Ding dong! The crossbar saves Coughlin.
And there's goal judges tonight, so if anybody's wondering.
Here's Souza! That one off the near boards. Now Ray Lee, can he tee up another one? He's taking a look, he shoots! Ding dong! Off the post! Coughlin is loving the post and crossbar right now. Comets rattling the cage, and here we go back the other way. Comets, 3 good looks there just a moment ago. 7:22 left to play in the first half. Reggett on over to Leo. Acosta back to Ramon. Leo to Palmer, trying to flick it on. And now the ball loose on the right side. Santana, Coughlin are there. Coughlin's got it.
Palmer a little cheeky, trying to go back heel. And the boos one more time, Nick Vassos.
Santana boots it into the corner for Tayu. Too strong. Acosta settles it to Vandegrift, rolled into Neto. Now Berto, calmly, out to Vandegrift, and then Vandegrift to Andorreos. Andorreos forward to Garza. Garza lost the handle on that one.
And he knows it too.
Now Gerson. The defender there did a good job in forcing Garza out wide. That's what you want to do if you're defending.
So I'm really curious to see next week in Utica who's going to get booed at. And you know who's been pretty quiet this week? The UCFC social media account. Normally they dial it up, and I think they're probably waiting until after this game. They did the no flash, get it? No flash when Monterey came to town, so you weren't allowed to use your flash. So I'm really curious to see what they're going to dial up this week. Going to have to hit refresh, or the easiest solution is just to follow UCFC on everything and maybe even sign up for alerts.
We shall see. And it is time for us to take a break. We have 5:56 left in the first half. No goals have been scored in this second quarter. The Comets continue to lead UCFC by a score of 3-0. We will take a break on MASL TV on 38th this spot and Twitch and ESPN Radio in Kansas City.
Hail, alma mater, we sing to thee. Thy name forever a guiding light shall be.
Strong as an oak tree, thy name shall never fail.
To thee, alma mater.
Hail, Park Hail. We are. We are. We are.
We are.
Westwood Aesthetic Dentistry, where perfection meets precision. Dr. Chase Alexander and his all-star team handcraft each and every smile right here in Kansas City. When you invest in your smile, you invest in your confidence. So what are you waiting for? Come transform your smile today at Westwood Aesthetic Dentistry.
Welcome back to Cable Dahmer Arena. One of the things that, well, actually, we're going to hold this. We've got a all-time playoff stat for you, but since play is going to start here momentarily, let's pause until a break in the action. We'll get that for you. Kevin Hundelt. I did my Comet thing. That's his dad's name. Dylan Hundelt off the ball. There you go, Nick.
All right, Eric. 5:50 to play in the first half. Comets lead 3-0. And we've been scoreless here in the second quarter. Good hustle by Andorreos and a foul called on Itzhak Samo.
Mentioned that Timmy Goldman's watching the game with UCFC fans. He came on a road trip through Kansas City a few years ago and asked me, hey, you want to do lunch? I'm coming through Kansas City. So I did. Great stories, great guy. Wish he were here tonight, but had a really great opportunity to chat with him, get to know him a little bit better as he was heading to Southern California to watch the Ron Newman Cup.
Yeah, we wish him well and hope he gets better. He's got a bit of a hip issue. And almost Kelvin Oliveira gets his first MASL goal. Boy, that was close. And it just went wide. Boy, he did not give up on that play and nearly got it past a couple players.
You can already see his talent. There is no doubt.
Let's keep an eye on him. Nacho able to head it back to Neto. Neto throws it long. And Marquez steps in, kicks it over to Acosta. Acosta tees one up, and that one deflects off of Logan Roberts to the far side. Nacho steps in. And
good step back by Oliveira.
Oliveira had it for a moment. It was knocked away, and then he's called for the foul against Nacho.
Delay of game warning.
Delay of game warning, Utica.
It's like when people cheer for a yellow card outdoors. It's like, okay, it's a warning, so.
I believe that's third. Here is Marquez trying to settle it and then turn, and then he's pushed from behind by Alava. And the Comets will have it inside the yellow line from the right wing. 4.5 to play.
It's sort of interesting. We had previewed the matchup between Marquez and Santana, and they're not matched up with each other. I assume that's intentional. Santana's got Rega tonight.
Oh, there's a, boy, that one struck with venom. Now Nacho. Here's Nacho walking it in. It comes off to Rega. Now Nacho shoots, and that one wide. Nacho will play it back to Neto. He will go off. Berto comes on. Reggett pushed from behind, but first a foul called against Kansas City. Zach Reggett, the Golden Boot Award co-winner, co-award, sharing the award with Marco Fabian, 35 goals during the regular season. Nelson Santana, 46 years old, still playing.
3 championships. He brings a lot of experience to this UCFC back line.
San Diego has won 1 in Baltimore, right?
2 in Baltimore, 1 in San Diego.
Oh, 2 in Baltimore, thank you.
And we saw him here during the COVID season when San Diego beat Florida in the semifinals.
That's right, that's right.
Mikey Lennis down again. Simple foul.
Fernandez.
Remember what I told you about Shane Butler? So we've seen games where he's pulled out the blue card a lot. Have we seen any blue cards tonight?
No,
he's letting him. He'll call it toward the game, and so far players aren't doing anything too out of whack.
Another foul on Zach. That's 2 quick fouls on Zach. Correction, that's his first. Santana puts his right foot into it, and Neto has to jump up and swat that one away. And DeRayos trying to dig it out of the boards. De Andrade gets it back. He shoots off the near board, short post, and then kicked out of bounds. That one went off of Kansas City.
Really good opportunity here for Utica City. Miscommunication between Berto and Jacob Garza in terms of what to do with it, and Garza just cleared it away, and Berto's probably thinking, hey, I had that, and we'll see if UCFC makes them pay here. Oliveira is going to head wide right. De Andrade short or near side here.
NDI. Shot, goal! Kelvin Oliveira opens his MASL account. And they are on the board. They draw one back. 3-1 Kansas City.
Self-inflicted, right? And they did make them pay. Just a little dink there from NDI. What touch there by Oliveira. And it was across his body. And he put that much pace on it. Nothing Neto could do. 3-1. And we'll see if momentum changes as a result of this. But sometimes it's the little things in this game that changed the whole flow of the game. And you thought the Kansas City Comets were rolling there. Kick a ball out of play. Get a restart the other way. And it's 3-1 all of a sudden.
If you weren't with us at the beginning of the game, high praise from General Manager Tommy Tanner saying that Kelvin Oliveira is the best player that he's seen, and he told Eric and I it's the best player that you will see. And Tommy Tanner, of course, played with Zoran Karic and Hector Marinero. Here he is again at the top of the arc. Plays it back to Woods. Woods drives one. That one blocked out of bounds. Off of Lucas Souza. It'll stay with UCFC.
So it took a little while for Oliveira to get his first shift, and now he's out there a lot. So I think he's figuring this indoor game out, huh?
Eric, he's had 2 practices. This is his very first game.
Yeah.
He's got a goal. I mean, here he is again. That one off the short post. It comes off and Neto pounces on it. Neto rolls it on out to Acosta. Near side Vandergrift, back to Leo. Leo slows it down, back to Chad. And then off to Mikey Lennis. Mikey Lennis, the rookie, with 11 goals during the regular season. Gets the ball into some open space. Now forward to Reggett. Lennis goes down, looking to the far post to Leo. I'm not sure Leo was looking for the ball. But now a foul is called, and that one is going to go
there's
against
your first 2 of the game on Somo.
Oh, there's going to be a 2-minute penalty. Comets are going to go on the power play. Let's
take a look at it on the replay, though. This is about the 4th time that a little nudge there from Lennis, a little retaliation. 2 minutes.
Blue
Sometimes
card
it's not
number 14,
the first one.
Utica kicking.
Oh,
here comes the challenge flag.
We have a challenge flag already. It's really interesting. Those of you who don't watch a lot of Major Arena Soccer League soccer, you get 1 challenge per game in regulation, where you can ask the referees to view the video, and what they're probably going to say is Lennis fouled Somo first and it was missed, and then you called the 2 on Somo, and so on that basis should be overturned, I suspect.
Utica is challenging the blue card.
They will take a look. Now normally, as you've heard all season long, Nick, I'm a strong advocate for holding your challenges until the second half, but I think in this case that makes sense because you have gained some momentum with that goal, and you don't want Kansas City to tack one back and then all of a sudden your 3-1 becomes 4-1. So they're wanting a foul there, and then there's the nudge there. I don't think there's any doubt about the 2. It was what precipitated it. And you know what's great is all I can see are remotes in the chat, so I'm just kind of wondering what Utica fans are doing right now. I see a bunch of UCFC logos. I see a dog. I see Milwaukee wave jumping in too. We'll see what the call is.
I think they're going to put the blue card back in their pocket. That's what I think. That's Shane Butler, number 5.
Wonder if they're going to give them both blue cards.
The initial blue card stands. Number 29 gets a blue card as well for charging on Kansas City.
So that's what they found is
both of them?
Both of them. So instead of challenging and losing one, you gain one, and so I guess that's a wash. So
I think
not
that's
necessarily
the right call.
what Casey Murphy wanted, but it's what he got, and so I mean I think that's fair. They both, you're either going to give them neither, or you're going to get them both, and there you go. So
I think it's the right call.
I think that UCFC fans must like it. I see a bunch of more UCFC emotes in the chat, so I take that as happy. Oh, and a bunch of yay emotes too. So still will be Kansas City's ball here. 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. 2:07 left in the quarter. I'm going to have to head down fairly soon, partner.
That's right.
I'll wait as long as I can.
You'll be talking to Stefan Stokic here just before halftime. Here's Reggett telling his players to move up. Nacho off the boards, ricocheted off of Coughlin's knees, and then picked up there, and here comes UCFC down the field. Long drive off the boards, headed back towards Neto. Nicolao's got it. Lays it off to Acosta, on up to Rian. Marquez turns, he's got Santana right in front of him. Marquez now pivoting, still going forward. He shoots, and Rian Marquez slots it past Nelson Santana. The crowd on their feet, and the Comets extend their lead 4-1.
So there's a clip from me last week or last game that UCFC played here talking about Santana getting schooled by Marquez. Look at this, turns one way, turns the other way, puts it on his left cross, the goalkeeper. Great individual play. Comets pull that goal back, so it didn't necessarily work out the way UCFC wanted. They had gained that momentum. Comets get the goal. We're back to a 3-goal lead.
Marquez scores his 10th career playoff goal, his first in the season, and helps his teammates restore a 3-goal lead. .132, still 4-on-4 out there. Here's Berto. He popped it up into the air. Now a battle for it. It's Fernandez. They'll play it back to NDI. NDI's pass to Fernandez, who goes down. And to Reyes. Says,
I think it'd be cliche to say how important a goal would be here for UCFC. Third on the half on Andreas. He has to be careful here. 4 fouls and a half turns into a blue card.
Tayu trying to turn Berto. Tayu goes down. Palmer comes out with it, trying to use the boards to get it by. Here's NDI. He runs into Berto. NDI still moving forward with it, combs it in, rolls it a couple of times, leaves it for Fernandez. 1 minute left in the half. Near side, Gordy Gerson. Right side, NDI. NDI off the boards. Ray Lee is there. Funnels it in. Now Ray Lee, for safety, just gets it out.
NDI and Berto were teammates in Empire last season. They've seen each other a lot.
Tayu, shoulder to shoulder with Ray Lee, and Ray Lee comes away with it. We'll see you down on the field, Eric. 33 seconds left in the half. Ray Lee deflects that pass off of a UCFC player. And it looks like we're going to go to the bench here. Do we have a bad change from one team? And the answer is yes.
Too many men, Kansas City.
Too many men on the field, Kansas
2-minute power
City.
play.
30 seconds to play in the second. Nacho will come over and serve the penalty for the Comets. And a break for UCFC. who will now play 4v3 for the remaining 30 seconds. Let's see what happens here. Here's Tayu. On over to NDI. 22 seconds left in the half. De Andrade. Tayu. NDI. Gerson. And Reyes. And Neto swipes it away. And Reyes goes off. Zach Reggett comes on. Neto throws it long. 5 seconds left. Neto hits it on the volley. Horn's going to sound, and that is it for the first half. Comets take a 4-1 lead at halftime, and when they come back out, UCFC is going to be on the power play for 1 minute and 30 seconds. So game one of this best of three series, the first half goes to Kansas City. Still 30 minutes to play, and the Comets will be down a man when we return to action coming up in the second half. Standing by to chat with head coach Stefan Stokic in just a moment. Eric Bergrud standing by for us down on the field. All 4 goals scored by the Comets. Ramon Palmer, Nacho, Leo Acosta, and Rion Marquez. Let's go down to Eric Bergrud. He has the head coach, Stefan Stokic. Trying to get his mic ready. Let's see here. Hold on, let's try a different one.
We got to continue to.
No, we're not going to be able to hear him.
So set piece giveaway, but you bounced back there, scored one and gained the momentum back at the end of the first half. What have you liked that you've seen about your defense that has held this high-flying Utica City team down just to 1 goal this half?
I think the game plan is working. We're delaying their runs. We're getting behind the ball, and we're getting good position. Once we get behind the ball, we're very compact and not giving the split. So far, we're doing well.
Congratulations. Good luck in the second half, Coach.
I'm sorry about
back
that,
to
folks.
you, Nate. Back to
really
you,
hard
Nick.
to hear that PA
Thank
mic
you,
when we try
Coach,
to
and
pick
thank
it
you
up
to
on
Eric
that sound.
Bergrud.
But we'll get a recap from Eric because he talked to the head coach down there. We'll try to get that fixed, and we will be back with the second half. Coming up, we'll have a conversation with Zach Reggett. We'll also take you around the MASL in 5 minutes. That is all straight ahead at halftime. And at the end of 2, it's Kansas City 4, Utica City 1. Thanks for watching MASL TV on 38 The Spot, Twitch, and ESPN Kansas City. We'll be right back.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. This is Kansas City. This is my town. I started a personal injury law firm here because I wanted to help people here. And that's what my team and I do every single day. If you're hurt in Kansas City, I've got this.
The Signature at West Pryor, Lee Summit's newest apartment community, is now open and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living. From the fully equipped fitness center to the poolside cabanas and sun deck, the Signature is your home to live, work, and play like the pros.
Servicing your vehicle has never been so easy. We can pick up your vehicle from anywhere with Cable Dahmer Connect.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. Schedule your Cable Dahmer Connect appointment online at cabledahmer.com.
Halftime in the Ron Newman Cup playoffs between the Kansas City Comets and Utica FC. Our halftime guest is Comets target forward, Mr. Zach Reggett. And first off, Zach, congratulations on sharing the Golden Boot Award with Marco Fabian. Did you ever think that your name would be associated with Marco Fabian when you started your professional soccer career?
You dream about it, right? Obviously, congratulations to him as well. The word "co" always hurts a little bit, right? But end of the day, you gotta respect what he did this season, and it's just happy to be up there at the top of the table. That doesn't happen without the teammates I have. So it's a team sport. It's not tennis one-on-one or something. You don't just get open shots. So things are happening, and players are moving. So glory to God, and thank you, to those teammates.
Let's talk a little bit about family. It's so big in your life, Zach.
Yeah.
Your parents, your mom and dad, and your brothers are a big source of support for you on the road and here at Cable Dahmer Arena. And in the last regular season game against the San Diego Sockers, that game got heated with the fans. And, of course, your family was right there. First, talk about your family support and then what it's like to have them at game supporting you now.
Yeah, I won't leave my sisters out there too. I have two sisters. One of them's older. She's got a whole militia with her now that she's got like about 6 kids, and then my other sister's younger, and she's the same thing, right? She's there supporting us as well. So it's a nice long drive for them, and they make the trip, and it's huge. Family support's huge, especially when you're moving state to state, or last year when all that trade stuff was going on. Just to have that rock, So for them to be able to travel and do that, I mean, it's huge for me. I know they love to make the trip, but it's huge for me.
When you play a team sport, you know this, Zach, your teammates, they become family as well.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could take us back to the beginning of the season and maybe one of the reasons why you decided to come back and make another run towards the Cup.
I think it's family usually is usually a locker room thing, but one thing that's so amazing about KC is it's the community. So on game day, yeah, you're there with your team every day, but even at training, Eric's had some training. Daniel, people that work in the office are, popping in once in a while. So I think it's more than just the locker room here, and I think that's also what makes it so different is when you get here, it feels like there's, 6,000 teammates, not just the 15 that are out there. So there's a big draw here when it comes to that because, emotion helps everything.
And the fans, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, what's it been like playing in this arena as a player? I mean, this provides so much energy to you and your teammates.
Well, that's what you dream about. Some arenas in this league you see sometimes you don't get up as much for that game just because of, the circumstance of the arena. And here it's, it's incredible. You don't get tired. You try not to feel pain, right? But, it's what you dream about. 5,000, 6,000 fans watching you. It's incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Reggett, Comets target forward. Congratulations on the regular season. Good luck during the Ron Newman Cup playoffs, Zach.
Thank you.
All right. Halftime continues right after this.
Day one, Kansas City took me in. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know what we could become. Still, they took a chance, and so did Community America. They invested in me and the entire community. Invest in what you believe in with who you believe in. Because it's not just where you put your money, it's where your money puts you. Member-owned, open to all, Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. This is Kansas City. This is my town. I started a personal injury law firm here because I wanted to help people here. And that's what my team and I do every single day. If you're hurt in Kansas City, I've got this.
shoots, he scores!
Welcome back, everyone. This is MASL in 5. I'm Alex Bastiavansky. It is great to see you again. Thanks so much for watching. Sit back, relax. 5 minutes is all I need to get you caught up on all that's gone down in the league over the past week.
Juice Cox around Leo. Juice Cox scores! Juice Cox!
What a way to finish the regular season for the Tacoma Stars. They had lost 5 straight to the Sockers heading into this game, defeat San Diego for the first time this season, and extend their franchise record winning streak to 9 games. Tacoma just red hot as they enter the postseason. We've got to give a shout out to the Dallas Sidekicks. It was a rough start to the season for them, but they really started to get things going as the campaign went along. They finished the campaign with a 3-game winning streak after taking down St. Louis 7-2. Way to go, Sidekicks. Playoff matchups. Here are your brackets. First seeded Monterey taking on 4th seed Milwaukee in the East. Number 2 UCFC against the KC Comets. Out West, number 1 San Diego taking on number 4 Texas. And a fascinating 2 versus 3 Chihuahua taking on the Tacoma Stars. This is interesting though. The U.S. national futsal team calling up 7 MASL players for CONCACAF qualifying. The team leaves April 7th. Playoff performers such as Sebastian Mendez of Texas, and from Utica, Milton DeAndrade and Frank Tayu, and Utica's head coach, Huerton Morera, also will be departing. Tough timing there considering the playoffs are starting. Frank Tayu, a big loss for Utica City, of course, second in the MASL in scoring this season with 49 points. That led Utica City. His teammate, Milton DeAndrade, second on UCFC in scoring with 41 points. Good luck representing the national team, gentlemen. From Texas, Sebastian Mendez, tough loss as well. Sebastian, second on the squad in scoring after Vinny Dantas. He had 38 points on the campaign. MASL award winners, we've started to name some of them. Gennaro Castillo of the Monterey Flash is the MASL scoring champion. Castillo dominant this season, led all MASL players with 50 points for the Supporter Shield winning Monterey Flash. Golden Boot was split between Zach Reggett and Marco Fabian. Both players just incredible offensive providers. Zach Reggett, 35 times he scored this season for the KC Comets. And newcomer, Marco Fabian, most likely going to be the newcomer of the year. 35 strikes for the Empire Strikers, the Mexican legend. And the pass master, John Ponce of the Monterey Flash. Castillo wouldn't have scored a lot of those goals without these feeds from Ponce. 25 assists this season for the Monterey Flash. Here are your top 5 scoring leaders. This is how it finished up in the regular season. Castillo on top with 50 points. Tayu second with 49. Don Francis of Harrisburg, 48. He was tied with Tavoy Morgan of San Diego and Zach Reggett of the KC Comets, all with 48 points. Final MASL Monday power rankings. Monterey, of course, on top. The Stars all the way up to number 2, San Diego 3, Chihuahua 4, KC Comets 5, Milwaukee 6, Utica 7, Baltimore 8, Texas 9, and the Sidekicks rounding out your top 10. Here are some of the top plays from the past week.
San Diego, which really got swamped in the first quarter in Kansas City as well. They've got one here. Gabriel Costa.
Oh, he's just put it in. That's magic from Oscar Romero.
Fabian, in Fabian's shot. Fabian gets the hat trick, equalizing Kansas City Comets. Zach Reggett for the Golden Boot lead. I reserved it for now. Doctor!
Thompson over there, guarding Williamson over to Francis. He pulls that trigger, bullseye!
I mean, right now with those 2 goals that they scored quickly, you're not wrong. They are the Tacoma Scars because they were scarring the back of the net, and they scarred again for the 3rd time. That was Matt Brave, Frenchie, threading the netting. What an absolute beauty of a goal.
He's got some room, doesn't pull the trigger. Pereira will
score!
All right. What a strike that was, huh?
That's just to say what La Pantera Rosa's been able to do.
Oh, there it is! What a great goal! It's Stinson for the lead. Tacoma may just end that streak and extend their franchise record.
And that is a wrap for this week's show, but just a reminder that all throughout the season, you can stay up to date on everything that's going on in the MASL by checking out the league's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. See you next week.
Whether it's your first home or you're buying back your childhood home, Community America is there with everything you need to get the home you want. Member-owned, open to all, Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
We know a place where you can drop your bags and relax your mind. It's a place where you can unwind and unplug while staying connected, where having a lot on your plate is a good thing. And 5:30 Kickback is all about kicking back. Yeah, we know a place, and we know you'll love it too. Drury Hotels. Travel happy.
The Signature at West Pryor, Lee Summit's newest apartment community, is now open and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living. From the fully equipped fitness center to the poolside cabanas and sun deck, the Signature is your home to live, work, and play like the pros.
We're back, Nick. We're back. Hey, welcome back to Cable Dome Arena. Once again, a huge crowd watching on Twitch. We're so glad that you're here. Comets lead 4-1 at halftime. Saw some Comets legends here watching the game. Kim Ruthvedt is here. Gino Schiraldi's here. I had a nice chat with Vlatko Andonovski, now the head coach of the KC Current. And wouldn't you know who's here? None other than Kevin Hundal, whom I inadvertently called Dylan by his name. So I had to say, guess what? I just called your son by your name. He made the drive in from St. Louis to watch this. Great memories of the Kansas City-St. Louis rivalry. He played on both sides of it here for the Comets and then in St. Louis. And he's here cheering on his son. Dylan says that Dylan loves playing in Utica, and things going well for that organization.
What a crew that we got here, man. That's pretty impressive. All right, we are underway. The Comets will have the ball to begin the third quarter, but they are down a man for the next minute and 32 seconds. So Utica will play 5v4. Reggett with the ball in the corner. He had it taken away. Marquez comes over, and now Kansas City will sprint back defensively. Marquez goes off, and Arreos comes on as a defensive runner. Here's De Andrade. He walks it across that iconic Comets logo and lays it off to Kelvin Oliveira. He has been impressive. He's making his debut tonight for UCFC. He's had a couple of practices, and this his first game. He's got UCFC's lone goal, De Andrade, down to Taylor Walter Bond. Back to De Andrade, and the Comets able to break it up. Vandergrift trying to lead a sprint out to De Andrade, but he's too fast. He picks it up, and here comes UCFC, and a foul is called on the Comets. Looks like that might go against Vandergrift.
Vandergrift gambled, trying to counter, and then had to hustle back. Good opportunity here for UCFC.
Oh,
42 seconds
that was a dive. He dove down.
Nick Vassos showing you how he really feels, MASL fans. Good block.
Boy, another one, a second time save. Oliveira had two bites at the apple, and Neto was there both times and then kicked out of bounds. They say it goes off of Kansas City. Look at this one, Eric.
Good view from behind the goal. Quick shot in.
Berto, then Neto. Oh, they're Neto twice, Berto once.
Well, and legitimately each of them are top 3 candidates, if not top 2 candidates for goalkeeper of the year and defender of the year respectively, and both have been terrific this season.
A restart coming up from the right wing corner. NDI is behind the ball. Mo out top, touched by Vandergriff. Good defensive play there, using the boards to get around one player and play on. Here's Coughlin, and he kicked it out of bounds. I give the Comets a chance here. Andreas goes off pumped up, forcing Coughlin to hit that one errant.
Why did they turn off Kenny Loggins? It's the penalty kill. What happened here?
Coming back from the break, I think they may have.
Oh, no, it's because we're shots placed during set piece opportunities here.
Reggett fires, Coughlin saves. Taylor Walter Bond out on the half line, still going forward. Ray Lee there, stride for stride. Zach Reggett steps in front and then gets run over by Walter Bond. And a foul called on UCFC.
13 seconds remaining here in the penalty kill. Strong kill here for the Comets. Good opportunity there for Reggett, and Coughlin came up big once again.
Comets 62% on penalty kills this season. They're among the league leaders. Berto clears it on up to Vandergriff. Vandergriff sends it into the corner. Just 5 seconds left. Marquez runs in front of Santana to gather the ball. Marquez will hold the ball. Nacho comes out of the box. Here's Berto. Thought about it. Going for glory. Passed it into Reggett, but broken up by Fernandez of UCFC. Dylan Hundelt now in close traffic to Santana. Back to Hundelt. Hundelt gets it over to Keaton Woods. Woods forward to the King, and then away from the goal to Fernandez. That was a little off the mark, and Fernandez had to run back to get it.
Comets almost got beat on the counter there. Berto, really good job hustling back with Woods carrying down the left side.
They'll swing it right side for Fernandez. 12:46 left in the third. Comets 4-1 leaders over UCFC. NDI takes it away over to Logan Roberts. Roberts looks at the goal, plays it into NDI, then away back to Fernandez. Rolled that one into Neto. Neto's clearance not good, and he almost paid for it. And then cleared away by Vandergriff. Nacho chested and then runs down the right side. Ramon Palmer picks it up in the right wing corner, changes his direction, and then goes back to Nacho. The Comets will set it up.
I think on the previous play, Neto didn't realize he was in the box. He could have picked it up and then decided to get rid of it, sort of being of two minds there.
Here's Reggett. Front and center to Mikey Lennis, who got free from Keaton Woods and almost was able to redirect that one.
Miscommunication there between UCFC players. Giveaway.
Now Vandergriff. Vandergriff shoots, and that one short post goes out of bounds off the blue turf, and it'll be UCFC's ball with 11:39 to play in the third quarter. Comets leading 4-1.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. And your playoff updates.
That's right. Don't forget San Diego and Texas a little bit later on tonight, 9:30 to be specific, Central Time, out of Pechanga Arena in San Diego.
They've had some interesting games. There have been some heated games in that rivalry too. One memorable game in Texas where a few people got suspended after that. I don't pay attention to anything other than the suspensions and the drama, Nick. Who scored what goals?
Boy, and the DRC got heavily involved with.
They did.
The Tacoma and Sockers game. What a wild match that was.
Well, there's that one too.
Yeah. Here it's 4-1. Kansas City a 3-goal lead. Long way to go in this one, folks. Glad you're here, whether you're watching on 38 The Spot in Kansas City or Twitch around the country or around the world. And if you're new to the game, welcome. Great to have you here. This is the highest form of indoor soccer in the world.
I feel like we should say bonsoir and bienvenidos and everything else to all our viewers.
Thank you, Eric.
Donata.
Fernandez looking forward. Slide it through to Denise. He's still there. Now he pops it up high. Fernandez trying to settle it on the carpet. Lucas Souza gets tripped up.
And no two. Oh. And there it is.
Oh, there it is.
UCFC fans are going to say, if you were going to pull that, why didn't you pull that right away? But it looked immediate to me.
Oh, yeah.
Two minutes tripping.
Well, and here's the thing.
Number 10.
Utica City has already used their challenge, so that opportunity has passed by, and I don't think that one would have been overturned anyway. There was enough impact there that there wasn't any video evidence that would show that that was an obvious error.
Mo Ndiaye from Ivory Coast, West Africa. This is his fourth stop around the MASL, having played in Baltimore, St. Louis, and Empire. Comets on the power play. On the season, they're 48%. Nacho leads them with 5 power play goals. Here's Acosta on over to Reggett. Reggett rolled it once. Oh, Hundell took it away. And here comes Dylan Hundell. He's got 3 red jerseys in front of him, all kinds of traffic, and smartly, safely plays it back to Alava. Alava over to Santana. Now Coughlin forward. Santana still getting a resounding boos whenever he touches the ball. Now Nacho. Maybe some chances here. This looks promising. Here's Nacho on over to Reggett. Hits it first time. Coughlin saves. Maybe a second try goes off the boards, and Santana picks up the Wallace score attempt and clears it away. 1 minute left on the power play. Here comes Nacho and the Comets again. Right side for Reggett. To the corner to Ray Lee. Ray Lee trying to pick up a loose ball, but Coughlin secures that one cleanly, and UCFC's got it. Coughlin with a long distribution, headed back by the Comets and Nacho. 40 seconds on the advantage. Here comes Leo Acosta. Comets trying to build up something here to extend their lead. Currently a 3-goal lead. UCFC penalty killing 59% on the year. You got to be careful for UCFC. They have 4 shorthanded goals this year, so you don't forget about playing defense. Here's Lee. Now Acosta. On over to Nacho. 12 seconds on the advantage to KC. Ray Lee tees one up. That one deflected high off of UCFC. The penalty, 3 seconds left, and now a whistle, and the Comets are going to have a chance here on the restart with the power play.
One, what you need to be careful for is not shorthanded here. It's Ndiaye coming out of the box and Coughlin getting this ball and zipping it down the field, one on the goalie. So you can take a shot, but somebody has to head back right away.
There's the shot by Acosta. Penalty is over. Here comes Ndiaye. Reggett blasts it off the boards. The rebound comes front and center. De Andrade is out there, and here comes the break. It's a 3v2 right now. De Andrade on over to Ndiaye, who shoots, and Ndiaye misses the mark. Acosta heads it to Neto, and Neto's got it. A sidearm distribution out to Berto. Berto's got Ramon Palmer running on from the bench. Palmer still going forward into the corner. Santana forces him wide, and Ramon Palmer wisely backs it out, and the Comets will set it up. Lucas Souza and Berto out there, both from Park University. 8 minutes and 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Marquez pulled down from behind, and a foul is called on Alava.
Not everything is a 2-minute penalty. Players are wanting it too. The fans are wanting it too. It's a foul. Simple foul. Good free kick opportunity here. We'll see if Nacho looks towards Lucas Souza here, has Marquez back post.
Nacho thinking about it. Plays it to Souza. Souza trying to send it back to.
And a 2 on Reggett.
2-minute on Reggett.
Could see that one coming too. Utica City counters so well. Check this out. They were off to the races, and Reggett missed. And the thing was,
2 minutes, number 8, Kansas City, tripping.
Get the loose ball right there. Obviously, Reggett didn't know that at the time, but he came in late. He earned that too. We'll see if we're going to get a media timeout here before the Rat Patrol comes out, Nick.
I think we are. Let's go to break. It's 7:54 left in the third. Kansas City continuing to lead 4-1 on MASL TV on 38th The Spot, Twitch, and ESPN Kansas City.
Day one, Kansas City took me in. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know what we could become. Still, they took a chance, and so did Community America. They invested in me and the entire community. Invest in what you believe in with who you believe in. Because it's not just where you put your money, it's where your money puts you. Member owned, open to all, Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
Servicing your vehicle has never been so easy. We can pick up your vehicle from anywhere with Cable Dahmer Connect.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. Schedule your Cable Dahmer Connect appointment online at cabledahmer.com.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
Back live inside Cable Dahmer Arena, Kansas City 4, UCFC 1. Comets are going to go a man down now after Reggett was sent off for tripping. And UCFC now on the power play. Utica, 30% on the power play this season, 11 of 36. And Comets on penalty killing, 62%. They're one of the better teams in the league this year. Kelvin Oliveira hit it first time, and Neto made the save. I happen to agree with Tommy Tanner. This kid is really good. Here he is. He's making his debut in the MASL tonight. He has the team's lone goal. And we asked Tommy Tanner, how'd you find this guy? He said, well, he had been signed by Baltimore and hadn't been able to get on the field with visa issues. And so they signed him and worked on it, and they were able to get him a visa. And that's why he is in the lineup. And going forward, we should see Kelvin Oliveira playing for UCFC over the next 3 years, according to Tommy Tanner. There's a drive off the foot of DeAndrade. That one stays in play. Oliveira is there. Walter Bond touched it once, then back to Oliveira. Right side DeAndrade. 48 seconds left on the advantage to UCFC. Here's Oliveira. He's good with both feet, too.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Into the box. Back to DeAndrade, far post, and a goal. A power play goal. And that one scored by Mo Ndiaye. And could the pendulum be swinging in the other direction? It's now 4-2.
Really good ball movement. Tayu sitting just on the back post, nobody there. Neto tried to slide over, no way he was going to get there. And good job by DeAndrade finding Tayu on the back post. DeAndrade does the old listening thing. We've seen that this season already, Nick. And Comets fans a little bit more subdued. It's 4-2 Comets.
That is Mo Ndiaye's first playoff goal as a player. And for DeAndrade.
Oh, that was Mo, not Tayu.
That was Mo Ndiaye, didn't it? Yeah, that's what I said.
You're right. Yeah, I thought it was Tayu back post. You're right.
Yeah. So here's Reagan in the corner. 6:12 left on the clock. Both teams are back to even strength. 5v5 plus goalkeepers. Berto able to knock it away from Woods, and the Comets hold on. Kansas City and UCFC playing here game one of this semifinal series in the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. There's a drive by Keaton Woods, and that one just missed the mark, flashing wide left and going out of bounds.
So two things going on here. One, the always suspect third quarter for the Comets, but two, something we saw UCFC do the first game here was come out at halftime and really make the Comets pay in the transition game, and we saw them go to the races there. Keaton Woods just put that a little bit high. Can you imagine what the momentum change would be if they pulled another one back?
We'll see. And a foul first on Kansas City. So UCFC with 5.5 to play in the third has the ball. Andreas comes out. Tasmanian Devil closing in on Alava, who sends it on over to Coughlin. And Coughlin
he hasn't had
that
a
one
good
out of
night.
bounds.
He has not had a good night with his feet. Definitely terrific with his arm and long distributions on the counter, but hasn't been working for him kicking the ball out of his zone.
5:16 to play. 4-2 Kansas City over UCFC. Very close as Reggett goes in. He's driven to the ground by Alava. The officials unimpressed here, say play on. We'll swing it far side to Vandergriff. Vandergriff bumps in to Gerson.
Giveaway.
Now a giveaway, and Souza cannot collect the bouncing ball. All kinds of players are hitting the deck, and a foul is going to be called on Gordy Gerson. Kid Dynamite.
Take a look at it over here. A little nudge from behind, nothing too serious.
Gerson playing in his 11th year. Rookie of the Year way back in the day in 14 and 15 with the Seattle Impact. Into the corner to Ramon Palmer. Out to Robert Palmer. Berto, no relation. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third. Berto over to Mikey Lennis. The youngster played it back to Berto. Mikey Lennis. I don't know if this is true. He might be the youngest player in the league.
Potential giveaway here.
Oh, and it is. And Kelvin Oliveira down the right side. Look out here. Oh, a good block by Acosta. And it'll stay with UCFC with 3:57 left in the third. Look at this one.
Their transition game is so strong. Good step by Acosta to prevent a near post shot. NDI on the ball again.
NDI through the box. Shot is wide. Headed away by the Comets. D'Andrade settling in on the blue turf, but very close mark there by Andreas. Shane Butler says play on. No harm, no foul. Dylan Hundell now with the ball, and he'll leave it for NDI. Game 2 of this series coming up on Monday. Now Kelvin Oliveira, his second on the night. And UCFC is within one.
Look at this turn on the replay, Nick. Ball's fed in. One touch, two touch, boom, cross body. And you said he can shoot with both feet. Look at the power to go low on Neto. And you look at the goals. That was a legit goal scored, but you look at the previous goals. Top of the arc restart. Comets kicked the ball out of play. 2-minute penalty. And Utica City has made them pay. Can't make mistakes like this in the playoffs, Nick.
They've got themselves a player in Kelvin Oliveira, the Brazilian futsaler, making his debut here in the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Santana, amongst a cascade of boos, kicks it forward down Main Street. Comets easily take the ball away, kicked off of Keaton Woods, out of bounds. It'll stay with Kansas City.
We saw this happen the first time UCFC was here. Comets things were going really well at halftime, and UCFC made adjustments, and they turned on the afterburners on their transition game, and it's like history repeating itself. Clearly, UCFC saw what worked last time here.
UCFC has pulled 2 back, and they're at it again. There's Itzhak Somo. Stops his forward progress. Back to Santana. And then over to Denise. He runs out of room. Comets get it back. Nacho to Reggett, and then kicked out of bounds off of Hundell. Comets will have it with 2.5 to play in the third. Comets, just the eye test, have not looked dangerous here in the third quarter. UCFC, on the other hand, they have. Neto forward. Oh, can he get past Santana?
Handball? No, he got it with his chest.
Acosta. Here's Acosta moving to his right, down to Rion. It got by Rion and right on into Coughlin.
Coughlin went up big, prevented Marquez from an easy shot there. Challenge flag, though. We'll see. Shane Butler's going to have to see a lot of this video. He was right there in front of it. They're going to want the handball on Coughlin, which would be a shootout if this is overturned. He was pretty emphatic that it wasn't a handball. Maybe that's what he's saying to Stokic. It's like, are you really wanting to challenge this? I was right there.
Stefan Stokic in his first year as head coach of the Comets.
And Stokic says, I insist.
Kansas City's challenging for a potential handball outside the area.
And they will look at that potential handball. See what they show us on the replay, Nick. What Butler called originally was that his hands were adjacent to his body, so he wasn't extending the arm. We've seen Ryan Sigic and Phil Levanko explain this in multiple episodes of Under Review. We'll see if we can see this on a replay.
Maybe give you a look at what they're seeing down the field.
Here we go. So Marquez had gotten past. And look at, did you see what Butler said right there? He waved it off immediately. That his arms were there. We'll see. Oh, he overruled.
He overruled himself. It's going to be a shootout to Kansas City.
2 minutes for handball outside the area by the goaltender. Shootout is awarded.
And was very clear about the call.
Because you make your same.
We'll get a shootout here. This will be Nacho. And the Neto rule in place. Andrew Coughlin will have to serve his own penalty, and Brian Wilkin will have an opportunity.
So Brian Wilkin out there doing some light jogging on the blue turf to get warmed up. Nacho ready to take the shootout. Brian Wilkin from Rochester, New York.
Home of Soccer Sam. Rochester Lancers soccer.
He's played pretty good in a supporting role.
No, he's been the games I've seen him play this year. He's been solid. Good opportunity for him here to help out his team. If Nacho scores, it's a goal. If he misses it, it'll be a 2-minute power play for the Comets.
Comets lead by 1. Fans on their feet.
And they're wanting to put one more guy in the box, and that's what the Comets are asking for. Gerson's going to serve the penalty alongside Coughlin. If they kill it, Gerson will go back out on the field. Coughlin will have to wait till the next dead ball.
2:02 to play. One touch by Nacho. Sizes it. Missed it. Rebound. No! Wilkin covers up, and the Comets now on the power play. 1:53 left in the third. Comets. Ray Lee forward to Nacho.
feel like I'm having deja vu, Nick. I was out at the Sporting KC game yesterday, and Sporting missed a penalty kick wide left, and all the wheels fell off the bus after that. We'll see if the Comets can pull one back here on the power play.
Well, you're right, Eric. After that game, the momentum changed, and it was all downhill for Sporting. Perhaps the Comets can change their mojo right now. Wilkin throws it long. Taylor Walter Bond, and he was able to get by Nacho, and he got a little bit of a shot off there, but Neto easily makes the save. Under a minute to play in the third.
Good throw from Wilkin.
Out wide to Ray Lee. Here's Rion Marquez, now Nacho. 48 seconds left in the third. Comets lead by 1. It has tightened up here in the third. Now Leo. Front and center to Nacho.
Handball.
Handball against Zach.
And a strong penalty kill so far from UCFC.
Here come the boos for Santana. He kicks it long. Neto comes off his line and snares it. He was cut down by NDI. Both teams play on, 20 seconds left. Quickly out to Reggett on the right wing. Reggett rolls it a couple of times, leaves it for Lee. Lee darts inside.
Oh, you got to be careful here.
Here back the other way. It is De Andrade one-on-one versus Neto. De Andrade shoots, and Neto makes the save with 4 seconds left in the third quarter and 2 left on the power play. Neto keeps the Comets ahead by 1. Santana just boots it in, and that's it. Power play is over. UCFC has killed the power play, but look at this. 1-on-1, and Neto, he makes more of those kick saves than any keeper in the league. Incredible. We are at the end of 3. Let's take a break. 1 goal separates both these teams in the semifinal. We'll be right back on the Ron Newman Cup playoffs.
Whether it's your first home or you're buying back your childhood home, Community America is there with everything you need to get the home you want. Member-owned, open to all, Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
We know a place where you can drop your bags and relax your mind. It's a place where you can unwind and unplug while staying connected, where having a lot on your plate is a good thing. And 5:30 Kickback is all about kicking back. Yeah, we know a place, and we know you'll love it too. Drury Hotels. Travel happy.
The Signature at West Pryor, Lee Summit's newest apartment community, is now open and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living. From the fully equipped fitness center to the poolside cabanas and sun deck, the Signature is your home to live, work, and play like the pros.
Welcome back to Cable Dahmer Arena, where the Comets holding on to a 4-3 lead as we begin the fourth quarter. One of our features this season has been to share with you some all-time statistics for Kansas City indoor soccer history. And how about this one, Nick? All-time most playoff goals scored. You covered a lot of these players. Kevin Ketters by far ahead, 64. Ketters, Hunyak, Haynes, Lofton, Wade to Shantret, and then Hauser, all mainstays of the Kansas City attack. Leo Gibson, we heard from the professor earlier that if you add his 28 and Leo Acosta's, you have 29 Leo goals for playoffs. Jan Goossens and Dale Mitchell, two amazing target forwards for the original Kansas City Comets, and I'm sure Zach Reggett would love to see his name up there eventually as he starts his second year of the playoffs with the Kansas City Comets.
Yeah, man, those are some great names.
And I have poll results. We asked you who should be the Comets' first 24-25 opponent. I figured that Wave fans and Utica City fans would stuff the Instagram ballot box, but oh, no.
Really?
St. Louis Ambush, number one. That's
that
St. Louis,
right?
Kansas City rivalry. People can't get enough of it.
How about
Milwaukee
that?
was number 2. Now, me personally, any of those teams would be a great setup. I kind of would like to be the opponent against San Diego when they open their new arena.
Same. Here comes Woods down the left side. Woods runs into Berto, and then Woods fouls Berto.
And speaking of San Diego, the MASL Combine is headed to sunny San Diego, California. If you think you have what it takes to be the next star of the MASL, head to MASLsoccer.com to sign up to receive more information. I think maybe we've just seen the next star of the MASL in one Kelvin Oliveira.
No question about it.
And I would suspect, since he didn't play any regular season games this year, he will be eligible for Newcomer of the Year next year. There's your early favorite.
No question about it. Isaac Samo almost tried to go around him, his back, and Comets able to knock it free. Now
Henry
Roberts
Ramirez
is there.
getting a shift.
Yeah. There he is, Henry Ramirez, the third-year player from Costa Mesa, California. Had 5 goals this year. Looks like Logan Roberts holding his back there a little bit. Here's Kelvin Oliveira. Toes it back to NDI. Vandergrift's got a mark on Oliveira. He runs over, flicks it back to Gerson, who shoots and scores! We are level at 4!
Gordy Gerson giving the all quiet symbol to the Kansas City fans. Kelvin Oliveira once again. What a game he's had. Entry pass from Hundel off the boards. Oliveira, look at that.
Oh, my
Between,
gosh.
behind to an on-running Gordy Gerson, who made no mistake. It's 4-4. UCFC fans, you should be really excited to see him play. They haven't seen him play in person yet. This is his first game.
They have something special in number 7, that's for sure.
Tommy Tanner wasn't kidding, huh?
No, he was not kidding. And again, when he said those words, you and I looked at each other and, really? Really? Yeah. Marquez.
It'll be a drop ball.
Marquez in the corner with Alava. Shane Butler will drop it.
And a foul.
Foul on UCFC. Rion gets back up. Slow to get back up. Nacho will trigger the restart. We are tied at 4. 2 goals in the third and 1 here in the fourth by UCFC. That's 3 in a row. Reagan tries to hit it on the volley. Vandergrift.
What a
Sousa.
save.
And then Coughlin flying through the air to make a save. UCFC back out again. And here they come down the left side. De Andrade, Denise. Ronaldinho Denise. On back to Alava. Here is Tayu. Tayu goes off the boards. Neto clears it away. 12:57.
I was going to say there's a lot of concern from UCFC fans not having Tayu or De Andrade next game. I think that Oliveira will ease them a little bit in terms of firepower still available. And Gordy, once again, comes through in the clutch.
Here's Alava. Woods. Rolled forward to the king, Frank Taillou. Interesting thing about Taillou, this is his first playoff game since 18 and 19 season. Here's Woods going through a couple of Comets players, shoots and saved by Neto. Boy, Woods did some good dribbling there through a couple of players, held in by UCFC. And it's De Andrade. Log roll goes Holloman. Good block there by KC. 12 minutes to play in the third.
Oh, good ball. Will it stay in bounds?
Marquez. Oh,
no.
It went out of bounds.
Right idea, though. He saw Marquez coming up that line. It seems like UCFC is just cutting through the Comets defenders at will, and so all the momentum going UCFC's way. And of course, right after I said that, the ball goes out of play. But that aside,
yeah.
UCFC with some serious momentum here, and Kansas City needs to get organized defensively.
And once again, here comes the pressure. Neto rolls it out to Vandegrift, who plays it forward to Marquez. Marquez bumped from behind by Hundeld. He gets the ball back in the corner where he's double teamed. Shielding the defenders away. It's tied up against the boards. And what do we have here?
Foul on Marquez.
It's like a foul on Rayon. Oh, Vandegrift. Correction, Vandegrift.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
11.5 to play. Tied at 4. That one knocked out of bounds once again.
Disagree with the call tonight? You might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review. Catch it every Friday on Twitch. They opened the last episode with Craig Elston calling out Phil Lavanco for using that controversial term. I thought that was pretty funny.
I saw that. That was great. Here's a giveaway. Here's Vandegrift. Off the boards. Can anybody fill the space? Still loose. Reggett was in the area, but good defense there by UCFC to create some havoc out front. Now Ramon Palmer picks up the loose ball. Marked very closely, and the Comets will play it away from the goal and reset. Neto rolls it into the corner for Reggett. Reggett turns, far post shot. Mikey missed it. Short post. He gets his own rebound back. And then dispossessed by UCFC, and here they come the other way. Hundeld down the right side. Correction, that was Kelvin Oliveira. Sorry about that. But look at this chance right here.
The Comets are going to think about chances, crossbar, post. That one just missed, but ultimately it doesn't matter what the misses were. It matters what the makes were.
Rolled into the corner for Itzhak Samo. And Arreos beats him to the ball. Acosta kicks it away, but Ndiaye is there.
Good step.
Looking to get it into the target. Comets take it away, and here they come on the counter. Leo Acosta leading the break. Over to Ray Lee. Ray Lee chopped down, but Shane Butler says play on. Ndiaye looking to run to get it out to Kelvin Oliveira. And back the other way comes Nacho. Laying down on the ground is Ray Lee, still on the ground. Nacho with a defender, and now we've got a whistle, and Shane Butler blows the play dead.
So the challenge for Ray Lee was Leo Acosta didn't put the ball in front of him, and Ray Lee kind of had to lean back to grab it. Let's see if we can see this, right? So Hundell got there first, tangled up. Good play by Hundell, but the ball needed to have a little bit more pace so Ray Lee could hit that quick and first time.
So Ray Lee leaves the field under his own power. Holloman comes in for him. Nacho into the corner. We are still tied at 4. 9 minutes and 49 seconds left to play in the game. This is game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. It's a best-of-3 series with game 2 scheduled for a week from tonight in Utica. Ramon Palmer. King running stride for stride with him. Lays it back to Holloman. All the momentum with UCFC right now. Neto over to Reggett. Out to Reggett. Now Reggett steps on it. Cuts it back. Nacho runs on it. Tried to get it to Souza. Yeah, you're right. Somo stepped in at the last minute there and broke that one up. Yep. So it stays with Kansas City. Nacho on the far post, leaves it now for Reggett. Reggett down to Nacho, had it cut away by Santana. Santana uses the board to get around Reggett. Now over to Logan Roberts. Somo across the half line, on back to Santana.
It was one of the few times that UCFC chose not to counter. They got subs instead.
Played long for Tayu. Marked by Berto. Tayu able to avoid traffic to Hundel. Now right side for Fernandez. Santana near side Hundel. Fernandez. Clock is rolling. 8:20 left to play in the fourth. Santana into the corner looking for Tayu. Berto steps in front. Berto out wide to Henry Ramirez. Ramirez trying to use the boards to go around. Held back in by UCFC. Now a battle for it on the far boards. Now front and center NDI. Over to Denise, who shoots, and that one nearly went in. That may have caught the post. Henry Ramirez kicks it out, but it'll stay here on the far touchline with 7:54 to go. We've got a timeout on the field. Yep. We've got a timeout on the field, 7:54 left to play in the game. We are tied at 4. Thanks for watching the Ron Newman Cup playoffs on MASL TV on 38th The Spot, Twitch, and ESPN Kansas City.
Hail, alma mater, we sing to thee. Thy name forever a guiding light shall be.
Strong as an oak tree, thy name shall never fail.
To thee, alma mater.
Hail, Park Hail. We are. We are.
We are.
We are.
Westwood Aesthetic Dentistry, where perfection meets precision. Dr. Chase Alexander and his all-star team handcraft each and every smile right here in Kansas City. When you invest in your smile, you invest in your confidence. So what are you waiting for? Come transform your smile today at Westwood Aesthetic Dentistry.
What's the best way to ensure that you have access to hot winter nights during the 24-25 season? Buy yourself a season ticket. You see the ticket membership benefits there on your screen. Free tickets to one road game in each market. Ticket exchange program, VIP parking here at the arena. We love you joining us on Twitch. We love you joining us on 38 The Spot. Nick and I would love to see you out here for every home game in 2024-25. Scan the QR code or go to the Comets website and reserve your season ticket tonight.
Oliveira bangs that one off of Andreos, who goes chasing for the loose ball, and a foul called on Christian. Quick restart by Utica City. Fernandez, and then picked up by Hundel. Good reaction save by Neto. Still loose on the ground right by the Comets goal. Kelvin Oliveira still heading, but now we've got a whistle, and Neto is shaken up in front of the goal.
This is also going to be interesting if this is going to be Comets ball. I think it's going to be.
There was a flurry of activity in front of the Comets goal. A lot of bodies flying around.
Good sportsmanship there. helps him to, or was wanting to help him to his feet. Let's see if we can see the replay here. Ball goes into the corner.
Just before
ball
that.
off of him. Yeah, just a collision there. Typical indoor soccer collision in the corner. Hundelt's going to argue that it should be UCFC's ball, and I think Shane Butler is going to disagree here. It's going to be Comets' ball going out.
Neto has made some remarkable saves with his feet tonight.
Both goalkeepers have been terrific. Two of the better and more consistent goalkeepers, shot stoppers in the league. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on Twitch. Alex Bass, Javansky, and Phil Ivanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. And I guess we were the special guests today. Special pregame edition, MASL Monday.
Long toss after Reggett. Reggett over to Acosta. Acosta's got some space, now moves back into the middle. Vandegrift. Now Nacho, the team captain. Ramon Palmer double teamed on the boards.
Good turn.
Whoa, able to get away. This is not Ramon Palmer's first rodeo. He did score the game's first goal. Santana and Reggett tangled up momentarily. Coughlin comes off his line to clear it away. Taylor Walter Bond now with the ball at his feet. 6:48 to play in the game. We are level at 4. Logan Roberts tries to clear it out. Kansas City holds it in.
Good
and
turn,
now
good ball.
Out to Woods. Keaton Woods down the right side. He shoots. That one comes off the glass. Rebounds to the near side. Held in by DeAndrade. Caillou gets a touch on the ball and rolls in a Neto. Neto throws it long to Marquez, who comes out of the box. Or I should say the bench. Ends up in the hands of Coughlin. Hundell with his dad in attendance here tonight. Dr. Ray Lee, he's fine back into the game. That's good news.
Oh, giveaway.
There's Lee moving to his left, thought about it. Now he fires, save, Coughlin. Ray Lee has one of the more powerful shots in the league, and that one was full force, and Coughlin stopped it.
Well, Coughlin giveaway, but then he covered for himself there. He's been terrific.
I bet that stung the hands inside of his gloves with that save. Clock winding down, 5 minutes, 32 seconds left in this game. Berto a leading pass to Souza. Souza on his horse, still going forward.
Good
goes
takeaway.
down. And Palmer picks up the loose ball, trying to get by Deniz. Ronaldinho knocks it away. Comets trying to win it back. And it's still pinballing around. And UCFC tried to come away with it, but it's back to Kansas City. Right side, Marquez. Oh, looking far post. And that one just wide.
Good job by Souza to maintain possession.
Lee gets the ball back. Here's a shot. Lemus misses it wide left.
He's going to have dreams of shots going wide left, Nick.
Caillou stands on the ball with 4:46 to play.
Foul.
And both he and Berto go down, and a foul called on Berto. That's Berto's first of the half. Here's Coughlin.
Good takeaway.
There's a giveaway. Garza shoots. Rebound header. It goes in. It's a goal. Tasmanian Devil Christian Andreos.
And they're going to review this because it's under 5 minutes. So sit tight. Good step there by Garza. Looks across. Walla, Scora, and they're going to look on the review.
If it's
the
a
referee,
handball.
Yeah, the referee has discretion here, under 5 minutes. He's telling UCFC, calm down.
The previous play is going to be reviewed for a potential handball prior to goal.
Can I make a prediction? This is my prediction, Nick.
Yep.
When we show the review here in a second, all the Kansas City fans who are watching is going to say it was a goal, no handball, and all the UCFC fans are going to say it was a handball. So they can't both be right? We'll see it right here.
I think Christian just said he said it went off his chest.
We're going to find out. Walla. That's really hard to tell from that angle, but here's the thing.
It's ruled a goal, though, correct?
Yeah, it's ruled a goal, so there has to be enough evidence to show that was an error.
Well, maybe they did go off his chest.
Yeah.
Is it? But here's a good angle right here. That's hard to tell.
That's hard to tell. I know.
Is it enough to overrule?
After review, we have a handball incidental, but that still negates the goal.
Yeah, handball. There you go. UCFC feels vindicated. Now, keep in mind, they used their challenge. That was on them to use their challenge early in the game. Shane Butler has the right, less than 5 minutes remaining, to use video review, and ultimately, justice was served. Fans don't like it. I'm sure everybody watching back in Utica at Bag Square Brewing Company was like, why didn't he call it the first time?
Kelvin Oliveira, he shoots from an impossible angle with his left. Now another one, and Neto makes a sprawling save. Keaton Woods holding his head in his hand, saying, how did that one not go in? Neto throws long for Reggett. Zach chests it down, waiting for his teammates to come up the field. 4 minutes and 4 seconds left in this game. Vandegrift to Reggett. Comets just had a goal wiped away, and we're level at 4. Into Lennis. Now we're under 4. Acosta to Reggett. And a foul is called on NDI.
This would be a really good time for a timeout, Nick Vassos. You're sitting on 2 of them. Not the ideal free kick situation, but you could definitely set something up here as both teams make changes. Yep, and I see the timeout signal coming from the Comets bench.
Yep.
Yeah, how come they listen to Kenny Mayer, but they don't listen to me? I can stand here every game and say call timeout. You know why? It's because it's Kenny Mayer's birthday, and they're going to think about it. Happy birthday to Kenny Mayer.
Oh, yes, Kenny Mayer, happy birthday.
Coach, assistant goalkeeping coach for the Kansas City Comets. And a nice chat with him before the game. We'll see what Coach Stokic is going to draw up here from the left side of the box.
Well, this game has turned out exactly how we thought it was going to be. 2 evenly matched teams.
Hey, so a little bit of on this day in Kansas City soccer history. This is playoff season, right, historically, and Kansas City won championships in 1993 and 1997. On this day in 1993, Kansas City beat the St. Louis Ambush in the first of 3 series in St. Louis at the old Checker Dome. Peter Hattrip, Brian Haynes, and Ian Frazier scored for Kansas City. Ex-Comets midfielder Kevin Hundell had 3 goals for St. Louis. I couldn't have played that better. And the Comets beat St. Louis in that series and then ultimately went on to play Cleveland in the final. 1997, a series you called. Kansas City easily disposed of Wichita, beating them 22-5. Keep in mind that was multi-point scoring era in the best of 3 series at Kemper Arena. They advanced to play the Buffalo Blizzard before they wound up playing the Cleveland Crunch. Hat-trick goals for Lita Shantrit and Goran Hunyak. And Kansas City tied a club mark for largest margin of victory ever in postseason play. And you were there calling that game, Nick Vassos.
That was a great run by the attack in those days. Buffalo Blizzard was a really cool franchise to have in the league, too. They really drew well at Marine Midland Arena back in the day.
The Pikuzinski brothers, Ralph Black was there. Jamie Swanner played there for a little bit, too.
And then Tony Miola in the
Tony Miola played there, too,
yeah. All right, let's see what happens here. Nacho behind the ball. We're tied at 4. Nacho up top, shot by Ray Lee.
Save.
And a good save by Coughlin. Comets maintain offense. Here is Rion Marquez. Changes for UCFC. Fernandez comes running back on. Wall pass up to Marquez. Marquez has a trio of black jerseys around him. Off the boards, the ball is loose out front. And then kicked away by Utica City. Nacho holds it in. He'll flick it back to Berto.
Look how deep Berto's playing.
Berto's playing like a defender of the year. Under 3 to play in this game.
Kansas City's playing like a team that doesn't want to get counterattacked. They have 2 defenders back near midfield.
Berto. Now Marquez. Marquez shoots.
Go way underneath it. You know, we saw UCFC do this the first game here. They were down at halftime, and then they parked Mo NDI like really deep. And basically, Everton said they're going to take a timeout here. Everton said, you are not going to counter us, and they didn't. And so Kansas City's playing a little bit more conservatively here with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the fourth.
If you're Stefan Stokic, you might be thinking about how are we going to be able to create some offensive chances here in the last, 2 minutes and 40 seconds, while at the same time preventing a counterattack from UCFC.
So this is the challenge. If you play 2 guys back like they did, they dropped Berto and Nacho deep. It's a dump and chase plan of what he has, and we'll either have Reggett or Marquez be the hero, right? See what I did there?
See what I did there? Yep.
Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, you have to be really careful against the counter, and I know that they've noticed they've been torched by UCFC there. And if I'm UCFC, I'm looking for that number 7. He doesn't need to shoot. He showed on the layoff to Gerson.
He can from
pass
anywhere.
it. Well, he can shoot from anywhere, but he can pass it with his eyes closed behind him, wherever. And so that seems like a good strategy. He's not on the field yet, but stick soon. Plenty of time left.
He will be. Saw a shot of Christian Andreos. He was shaking his head, perhaps thinking about that goal that has wiped away the Comets' 5-4 lead. Called a handball. So 2 minutes left to go in this game. Berto with Tayu draped all over him. Berto kicks it long. Andreos giving chase. Coughlin comes off his line. And then he kicks it into the right wing corner to Gerson. Vandegrift intercepts and then heads it away.
Good play there by Vandegrift.
Two minutes and 10 seconds left in this game. 3 straight goals by Utica City to level this game. Hundelt in the corner, marked by Garza. Hundelt all the way back to NDI. NDI looking for Tayu, and Berto steps in front. Kicks it back the other way. Coughlin with a sidearm distribution out to NDI. 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the game. We're tied at 4. Pass intercepted. Ray Lee's got it. Ray Lee increasing his gait. Tried to play it forward to Reggett, but right to UCFC. Now Comets take it back. Lee on over to Acosta. Here's Acosta with a shot. Save. Coughlin.
Coughlin's like, you're not going to beat me near post, rookie.
He is good. 1 minute, 12 seconds left. Can the Comets, will it be the Comets? Or will it be UCFC? Nacho, forward to Reggett. Reggett looking to turn. Cannot do it, leaves it for Nacho. Under a minute to play. Everyone on their feet. Tied at 4. Final minute. Live at Cable Dahmer Arena, Game 1 of the Ron Newman Cup Eastern Conference Semifinal. Nacho forward for Reggett. Headed away and out of bounds. And the Comets will have a free kick on the near touchline with 38 seconds left to play in the game. Nacho will try the corner. Reggett comes over. Takes a couple of touches and then picked up there by Denise. Here's Ronaldinho out wide. Fernandez off the boards. And Ray Lee kicks it out of bounds.
What an opportunity for UCFC with 24.2. They have a second timeout they can use.
Here comes
Where's
number
Oliveira?
7. There he is. He's off the bench into the game. I think UCFC has one timeout left. Let's see if they use it here. NDI, and they will.
It's always a good time for a timeout, Nick Vassos.
Yep. So this could be it. This could decide the game.
This could absolutely decide the game. And so, yeah. If you're Utica, do you just automatically go to 7, or do you say, okay, they're going to be shading that way, and so we'll go the other way? They do have other options. There are a lot of guys who can score goals here. We'll just see where Mo NDI wants to place this. But terrific effort from both teams. Goalkeeping has been tremendous tonight. Comets are going to rue a few mistakes they made.
Chances they missed.
Chances they missed, for sure. But, you know, in the end, the only thing that matters is who's going to have 5 and who's going to have 4 tonight.
And this game 1 is crucial when you consider what's happening with game 2.
No, it is, but I think what the Milwaukee-Monterey series showed us is it's possible for either team to come back from a game 1 setback. I mean, if you think about it, Milwaukee lost game 1 and won the series. Chihuahua lost game 1 and won the series, and so we'll see, but biggest free kick opportunity here for UCFC tonight.
Here comes Utica City. Oliveira, Gerson, NDI, Taylor Walter Bond, and De Andrade.
Too many options, huh?
A lot of options.
And they changed this up too. They're going to put NDI in the box.
De Andrade, here's Taylor Walter Bond. Another block, a second try, no good. Comets trying to clear it out, 17 seconds left. A good header by Palmer. Out front, here's a drive, and that one goes up and over the glass. The Comets will have it.
How about that defense too? People throwing their bodies all over the place. You get Comets sprawling there. Headed out by Berto. Headed out acrobatically by Ramon Palmer. KC's going to call timeout here with 12.4. You would think Neto's just going to launch the ball down the field, and they'll take their chances.
So will that be part of the strategy? You would think maybe Neto would throw it into one of the corners and everybody would give chase, try to maybe find a loose ball and hopefully get something out in front of Coughlin and try to tap it in. Unlikely for sure, but is that?
I see, if it were me, I would rather keep one guy back, have Neto throw it to a defender who puts it in for 2 reasons. One is you don't want to get counterattacked here. You saw what happened at the end of the third. They almost got countered for a goal, so you got to be careful on that. But also, I think Neto will get you to the yellow line. You want the ball over the yellow line. So, I mean, to me, I think he looks for an outlet. It'll be interesting to see how they set up here. The other thing is Utica City could drop everybody back, or they may force the Comets to throw the ball down the field. The Comets pull one player back, and we'll see.
In that shot of UCFC, you can see Gordy Gerson talking to the team, and General Manager Tommy Tanner was also close by. Tommy Tanner.
Oh, look who's here. Ejimado in to throw the ball down the field. This is a little bit of an interesting, and he's warming up his arm like a relief pitcher.
Wow.
What's happening here, Nick Vassos? You don't see this too often.
No,
a substitution on a goalkeeper distribution.
How about that?
And Berto is still parked short, so that's an option.
Ejimado, there he goes. He is. He's throwing it down to the corner. Pinballs around up front. 6 seconds left. It lands on the turf, and it looks like we are destined for overtime. 2.8 seconds left. Berto kicks it long, and that one, and the horn sounds, and we're headed to overtime. Overtime here in Game 1 of this Eastern Conference semifinal in the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Nothing's been decided. We're going to have a 3-minute break here, and we'll put 10 minutes on the clock and have a golden goal situation here in overtime.
Yeah, 10-minute overtime, and it'll just keep going. And for those of you who thought you were watching San Diego and Texas play, go to one of the other MASL channels on Twitch, because I'm sure that's where it is right now. We're running into overtime. So glad so many of you joined us tonight. We had a massive crowd, massive audience here on Twitch. Always great to hear from our friends at 38 The Spot. I heard from Timothy Terry earlier today, super soccer fan in Kansas City, said to make sure that he'll be watching us on 38 The Spot like he always does. The Pipster.
Jay!
Yeah, she was watching. Yeah.
Wonder what she's making tonight.
I don't know. Maybe she'll send you a photo.
Cinnamon rolls or something like that. Maybe lasagna. Yeah. She's always making something delicious. Well, what a game we have had tonight, for sure. Again, Game 2 for these two teams is a week from tonight. It'll be out at Adirondack Bank Center in Utica, and that'll be Monday. And
oh, hey, the Sockers game doesn't start till 9:30. Yeah, so you got plenty of time. Hey, if you're early, watch us for a little bit, and then go watch.
Switch on over.
Yeah. Heard from none other than the voice of UCFC, Ray Biggs.
Hey,
said, great job, guys. Just got home from a USA overtime win over Canada.
Oh,
the Adirondack Bank Center. Way to go, Team USA. Always great. You know, in terms of rivalries, anytime the U.S. can beat Canada in hockey, it's a great night.
Right.
It's a great night. So congratulations to the U.S. women.
So let's reset everything.
We've seen quite a bit. We've seen substitute goalkeeping on one end because of a handball. We saw substitute goalkeeping on the other end for a goalkeeper distribution. We've seen 8 goals and a lot of action, and we've seen one of the next stars of the Major Arena Soccer League make his debut tonight, none other than Kelvin Oliveira.
Man, he's going to be really good.
That's 2 practices. Wait till he gets a little bit more time with the boards and learning his teammates, and watch out.
So 10 minutes will go on the clock. This will be a golden goal. Each coach will have a challenge in the overtime.
They will. And if nobody scores in the first 10 minutes, we'll keep going. And Nick Vassos is like, wait a minute, I got to be on TV tomorrow morning.
I don't care.
All right, as you say so.
Let's keep it going here. We've got a good one in Kansas City.
The Pipster says, nothing special tonight for dinner, but this OT has me digging in the chocolate box. Hashtag nerves, hashtag playoffs, hashtag Comets.
Love the Pipster. There's the Golden Boot co-winner, Zach Reggett, out of Kenosha, Wisconsin. Reggett has an assist tonight. He does not have a goal. Goals have been scored for Kansas City by Ramon Palmer, Nacho, Leo Acosta, Rion Marquez. And for Utica City, Kelvin Oliveira, Mo Ndiaye, Oliveira again, and Gordy Gerson. In fact, Oliveira has 2 goals and an assist tonight. He's been terrific. Golden goal situation. Comets kick it long to Reggett. Palmer on over to Vandegrift, front and center for Nacho. Nacho rolled through to Ramon Palmer. Back to Leo. Acosta whistles one in there, and it almost deflected. Shot and a goal!
It is Nacho! Comets win game 1, 5-4. Nacho is the hero. Just 26 seconds into this overtime frame, and the Comets are winners. They take game 1. What a game. What a game. Nacho flying into the air and volleying the game winner home. And the last bit of sunlight for UCFC in game 1 has been eclipsed by a soaring Comet. Nacho wins it. By to hear from Nacho. Nacho finally making his way on over to Eric. Let's go down to Eric right now.
Well, Nick Bassos likes to ask the question, who's going to be the hero? Here's your hero, Comets fans. Game-winning goal by your captain, Nacho Flores. Nacho, that was a battle. That was a tough team. You knew it was a difficult loss the way you lost at Utica City last year. How important was it to win game 1 here in front of your home fans at Cable Dom Arena?
It's huge. It's huge, but it's just one step. We have a lot to do. I know Utica is a team that fights until the end. They don't give up. And I'm sure our second battle will be even harder than this one. Our objective was to win home, and we did it, so we're just going to move on and try to win the next one.
So they took you into overtime, and fans were really nervous, and all of a sudden you found yourself right in front of the goal. What was your reaction when the ball came right in front of you?
I was just really happy for my teammates, man. I mean, you mentioned who is the hero. Here's your hero. I disagree. I think without everybody in this team, we wouldn't be what we are, you know. With the people that was part of it and it's not anymore, you know. My teammates that are currently on the team right now too. The people that are not dressed, you know. The third goalie, the fourth goalie. I think it's just an amazing win for everybody. It's not just me, it's everybody on the locker room.
So the Comets finished the regular season with the highest attendance in the MASL. What can you say about your fans? What can you say about the atmosphere? We're hearing it behind the goal. Some of your teammates are out there. What can you say about playing in front of these fans at Cable Dom Arena?
It's the best. It's the best feeling in the world. You know, I've only played for the Comets, and I'm only gonna play for the Comets because of these fans. You know, they're what they make the Comets. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you. It's a Monday night and you guys are here. Little kids should be in bed and they're here cheering for us. Their family just are always with us, and I thank you for so much.
He's your captain. He's your hero. Game-winning goal, Nacho Flores. Comets win 5-4. Back to you, Nate. Back to you, Nick.
All right, thank you, Eric Bergrud. It is a party in La Barra, KC. Henry Ramirez, Leo Acosta, Mikey Lennis over there banging the drum with Hector. And let's take a break. Eric and I will be back to wrap things up here from Cable Dahmer Arena. We've got a winner in Kansas City. We'll be right back on 38th The Spot and Twitch.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. This is Kansas City. This is my town. I started a personal injury law firm here because I wanted to help people here. And that's what my team and I do every single day. If you're hurt in Kansas City, I've got this.
Whether you've set personal goals or are just making your health and well-being a priority, Select Physical Therapy is here for you. Select Physical Therapy is your trusted physical therapy partner for recovering from aches and pains, gaining strength, and preventing injury. There's no better time to make Select Physical Therapy's movement experts part of your healthcare team. To learn more about the benefits of physical therapy and get on the road to recovery and wellness, schedule an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
Back inside Cable Dahmer Arena, Eric Bergrud back up in the broadcast booth with me here. 5-4, Comets win in overtime. They take game one of this best-of-3 series, Eastern Conference semifinal in the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Well, partner, the Comets may lament some of the things that they didn't accomplish in the game, like finishing their chances and maybe getting counterattacked a few times, but in the end, Kansas City wins on a terrific goal by Nacho Flores, and really a game well played by both teams.
Terrific game, terrific advertisement for MASL, and I know that Utica City fans are chomping at the bit to regain home field advantage. It's going to be a terrific, terrific evening in Utica next Monday.
Yeah, and I think you're going to be up there, right, partner?
I will be up there, looking forward to it, and excited to see what happens with Oliveira and the gang against Nacho and the gang.
It's going to be a great game. Game two set for a week from tonight. Kansas City wins it. Nacho, the hero, 2 goals and the game winner in overtime. Eric will be listening and watching next week on Monday night for game 2. My thanks to producer Devin Brower, our director Tristan Borelli, replay Noah Lamson, and our camera operators Matt Reed, Dylan Pluth, Chris Wright, and Drew Snyder. Also my thanks to broadcast partner Eric Bergrud. I'm Nick Vassos. Thanks for watching the MASL and the Ron Newman Cup playoffs here live at Cable Dahmer Arena. My name is Nick Vassos saying good night from Cable Dahmer Arena, where the Comets are winners.